right, Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites. We come out week in and week out, prophesy the downfall of this wicked society, and to wake up you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, beginning with the elect, who are the children of Israel. All right, we want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rukakudash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who are the elders of Yasha Allah, and a sincere salutation to all you Aki, who are preaching this word and believing this word in all truth and in sincerity. Let's get 2 Esdras chapter 8 and verse 50. You know, because through the Spirit, man, we coming into a different time, man. You know, and that's for us who know this truth and for the world that are without this truth, man. We're coming into a completely different time, man. This limbo area that we've been in for a minute is coming to an end. And now the conclusion of the matter is starting to begin. Yeah,
2 Esdras chapter 8 and verse 50, and that there is promised us an everlasting hope, whereas ourselves, being most wicked, are made vain, and that there are laid up for us dwellings of health and safety, whereas we have lived wickedly, and that the glory of the Most High is kept to defend them which have led a weary life.
Exactly, and that goes for you ones that believe this in truth and in sincerity, man. The things that are about to come on the planet Earth are not meant for you, man. They're meant for those who have ignored the gospel and even worse, despised the gospel and rejected it, man. The Lord is about to prove a point with this day and age, with this age of humanity, man. The Lord has sat quietly, has held his tongue touching his wickedness, man, but that's coming to an end. You know, but for those who believe in this truth, you know, be exhorted and encouraged in knowing that judgment is not meant for you. You know, even unto this day, put on there for us the elect, man.
It says, whereas we have walked in the most wicked ways of all, and that there should be shewed a paradise from fruit whose fruit endured forever, wherein is security and medicine, since we shall not enter into.
No, they ain't singing here 8 and 50.
No, but you good, that's the Spirit.
Hey, that Spirit gone, that was fire though.
8 and 50.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Yeah, no, that's beautiful because well, that's what we hoping for, man. When you come into this truth, that's what you hoping for, man. Medicine, man. To be healed in the spirit, man. To see the earth healed, to see your people healed, man. But all this judgment that's going to play out on the planet Earth, that has nothing to do with you through the Spirit of power held by Shemal Shah. If you hold fast to that which was given to you, man. If you endure to the end, man. None of these judgments are meant for you. It's meant for these proud-ass people, man. You got it,
2 Esdras 8 and 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter times shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. But understand thou for thyself, and seek out the glory for such as be like thee.
Yeah, because many great miseries are going to be done on this planet, man. And we're only starting to see the beginning stages of that, man. You know, people have been allowed to walk with their vain opinions and with their vain ways for a moment in time, man. But every action has an opposite and equal reaction. And so is the way of judgment, man. The more these people gonna starve out, they're gonna die out. And that's the will of Yahweh by Shemal Shah. It said many there be that perish, man, but few shall be saved. The majority of these people that we see before us are not gonna be saved, man. That's just a harsh truth. And the sooner you wrap your mind around that, the better off you'll be, man.
It says, for unto you is paradise open,
right?
The tree of life is planted.
Because what did the brother bring out? He said, but understand thou for thyself, and such as be like unto thee, man. You know, as you mature in this truth, you start to understand that certain conversations ain't meant for the world, man.
Right.
You done tried to wake people up, and then you get to a point where you realize this is only for the society that the Most High has made it for, man. And that's only a few out of the nation of Israel, man.
Right.
You can't share the same information and get the same reaction or excitement from Jake on the block, man, the average Jake, man. Because they faith can't take them that far, man. Their faith don't allow their vision to go past their block, man.
Right.
Past the next 5 years, man. They can't imagine a world of actual righteousness and justice because they've been polluted by the so-called white man and his ways, man. So they have settled for this. But there's coming a time where the Most High is not going to settle for this no more, man.
Right.
Vain opinions, effeminate men. This whole world is completely upside down, man. And only the ones who are of the elect want to see this change, man. Want to see actual justice. 2/3 of our people don't give a damn about justice, man. We don't want reparations. We want you in chains, man. We don't want reparations. We don't want dollars. Dollars can't pay for the blood that's been shed here, man. And that's the patience and the faith of the saints. That the Most High is going to bring true justice. But great misery is going to be done to everybody who didn't listen to the word and despised it, man.
If I can read,
Yes. Back in 2nd Ezra 7, in verse 41, even so now, seeing corruption is grown up and wickedness increased, and the righteous have prayed for the ungodly, wherefore shall it not be so now also?
Hey, that's beautiful. You got it, brother. Continue on.
It says, he answered me and said, this present life is not the end where much glory doth abide. Therefore have they prayed for the weak. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past.
Hey, because our righteous forefathers always prayed for the weak, and when you go on the weak, that means morally weak, man.
Right.
Always given to temptation and sin. You know, long story short, the 1/3, the righteous of our nation always prayed for the 2/3 that the Most High have mercy on them. But the Lord is telling Edris that, look, we at that point where ain't gonna be no mercy on them, man. I prolonged the judgment for a while, but now we got to get to the end of this movie.
Right.
And the only way you can get to that glory that's at the end of the movie is if I make an example out of 2/3 of the nation of Israel.
Right.
Because the Lord could care less about the heathen nations. They not important. The Lord's anger is really going to be kindled against 2/3 of our people, first and foremost. He said that the Lord's going to start at his house, man.
If I can read this. 2nd Ezra 12 and 37. Therefore write all these things that thou hast seen in a book, and hide them, and teach them to the wise of the people, whose heart thou knowest may comprehend and keep these secrets.
And just like in the days of old, man, we have that going on now, man. All of the secrets have been reserved for the righteous, man, for the wise. Not of their own volition, but because the Most High put it in them. It said it was made with the faithful in the womb.
Right.
They were given this understanding. They were given the ability to receive this knowledge, man. And like the Lord told Edris, only share it with the wise. And now we're coming into that time where the oil is only going to be distributed between the ones that already have oil, man. If you ain't got the oil, it's over with, man. We coming into that time, man. The Lord is closing this chapter of the book. And it's high time that you realize that, man. We weren't going to be on the highways and hedges forever. We weren't going to be doing videos on news clips forever. Eventually, the Lord was going to make manifest the words of the book. And that's the time that we're entering into now, man. And you can see that by the Lord starting to shut down this truth and this ability to be spread across the planet. Because now the oil's been passed out. The ones who wanted it, they've received it. The ones who were supposed to get it, they've gotten it. And the ones who rejected it, they well is going to dry up, man. And it's only going to get worse and worse for them.
This truth is like a stock, man. And those who are meant to invest have already invested, man. Because when these words of this book come to pass, that's when the stock is going to rise up, man.
Right, you know? Right. This 2nd Ezra 6 and 25. It said, whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape, and see my salvation, and the end of the world. And the men that I receive shall see it, who had not tasted death from their birth. And the heart of the inhabitants shall be changed and turned into another meaning.
Exactly. Hey, it tells you in John 16, man, our sorrow and our mourning was going to be turned into joy, man. Because you got spirits out here that were born for the last time, man.
Right.
You got men on the earth walking around that will never go through another woman's womb again, man.
Right.
That's a reality, man. And that reality has only been opened up to you, and likewise people that are of like mind, man. Like you said in 2nd Ezra, such as be like unto thee, man. You got it,
it said, for evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth which have been hid so long without fruit, and the truth which have been so long without fruit shall be declared.
And that's the time that we coming into, man. Truth is being declared, but it's not for everybody. This is a very private meeting out here in the public, man. This is the real secret society that's not so secret, man. Everybody knows what we believe in, yet they can't come in. They can't come past that spiritual velvet rope, man, because it's not for them. on this up, brother?
Matthew 16 and 24. Then said Yahushua unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me.
Right.
For whosoever will save his life shall lose it. And whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul?
Yeah, what are you sons of Jacob gonna profit from in this world, man? What can you give in exchange for the kingdom of heaven and all the glory that comes with that, man? What can you give in exchange? What in this side, on this side of life, can you give that's sufficient, that can equal up to that, man? Nothing, man.
Nothing. So can't give you talent. And this guy, what his name is, the boxer, Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
Said he worth $915 million. That can't get you in the kingdom of heaven, man. Nope. He got it out.
For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul?
And that's what you got out here in the world now, chiefly amongst our people, man. A rich shell, man. He a rich ass shell. When you knock on the door, you open the door, his soul, he ain't got nothing in there, man. He's done. That man's done. He's living his consolation until the Lord punches the ticket, man. And is it worth it?
Yeah, no.
Is it worth it? We talk, brother just mentioned Floyd Mayweather, $900 million, and he had a woman abort his 2 babies, man.
Gone. Yeah.
And he still got to have a passport and ask for permission to go anywhere on the planet that he want to go to.
Right.
What does it profit? If you gained all of this wealth on this side and you lost your soul, man.
Gone.
You can't even identify with your own people, man. You can't even speak the truth concerning your own people.
Hey, and look, a quick parable. Yahushua said what? A rich man have a less chance to enter the kingdom of heaven than a camel walking through an eye of a needle. Now I was going back and forth with somebody about the eye of the needle. They thinking it's still we 2019 year of Karama, they still think it's talking about a damn sewing needle or a stick pin. That's not what it's talking about, man. It's talking about a doorway, man.
Right.
When you go to Google and look up eye of a needle, it's talking about a doorway in ancient time entering in certain cities, man. The camel couldn't get through, so they had to squat the camel down. Okay, the Lord said a rich man ain't getting the kingdom of heaven. Why? Hey, he did a parable of the rich man that went weeping when the Lord told him to give up everything he got and go give it to the poor, man. And he couldn't do it. You got it up.
Because when you deal with the camels are very stubborn, man.
Done.
And it takes humility for that camel to get on his
Right.
knees and crouch and go through that tunnel. It's not like the camel just got to get on its knees, but it's got to get on its knees and move through that tunnel to get inside of the actual city, man.
Another dumb, stubborn animal. Go on, you got it out.
It says, or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul?
If I may say this too, it says, what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? Because our souls were meant to inhabit immortality.
Right.
But 2/3 of our people, the majority of our people have given up immortality for this mortal life.
Right,
for
right.
cars, our houses, and money. When all this stuff is about to perish, man.
Done. You got
It
it.
says, for the Son of Man shall come in the glory of his Father with his angels, and then shall he reward every man according to his works. Verily, I say unto you, there be some standing here which shall not taste of death till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom.
Hey, and what can you give in exchange for that, man? What consolation can make your mind settle on what you got here and not on that, man? It's some men on this planet that will never go through a woman's womb again, man.
Oh, riches unjustly. What is that? Riches unjustly gotten?
Right.
Yeah.
There's some men that will never have to go through the fashion of 10 months being compacted with fire and blood. They done did that for the last time, man. And that's what the Lord ultimately wants us to fight for, man. But only the few, the proud, the few, the humble, and the brave, through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shemel Shah, man.
Hey, that's the Hebrew Israelite slogan right there.
Right. You know, the few, man. Because we all share the same understanding of the sacrifice. Every brother is sacrificing something a little bit different from the next brother, but it's all a sacrifice, man. We all mourn waiting for the kingdom of heaven to be established, man. We all mourn watching the wicked and the proud people live and laugh and scoff at the truth, man. scoff at our power, who has created everything, who has given them a way to breathe on this earth and talk shit, man. And we pray for their destruction, man. We pray for it to come swiftly, man. And every day that we wake up here, it's another groaning to the Most High that he bring this whole thing down, man. This is hell on earth, man. And we've just made in our mind, the Most High just giving us a mind to be okay and to make it through this hell, man. This like being in a horror movie that don't stop, man.
Back in 2nd Ezra, chapter 8, start at verse 46. Then answered he me and said, things present are for the present, and things to come for such as be to come. For thou comest far short that thou shouldest be able to love my creature more than I.
Yeah, so, you know, you get your heart is towards your people, man. You know, we think about the state of Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and our heart hurts for the condition of our people. But the Lord loves our people way more than we can ever imagine, man. All the tears that we cry for our people ain't nothing compared to the love that the Father has for our people, man. We just been going through this process because the Father's a tough teacher for his sons, man. In order for us to be raised in the royalty and to be raised in the rulership, we got to go through a tough punishment. We got to be groomed and grinded into rulers, man. That's the only way the Most High is going to give us the inheritance, man. That's why we can't have our own little country right here on this side, man. Because it wouldn't be right, man. The Most High wants us to have it so we don't never let it go.
If I may say this, the scripture said that the Lord is a just and balanced God. For us to know good, we have to know evil.
Right.
For us to be knowledgeable of how to be kings, we have to be peasants, man. And it's all a balance.
Right.
And with your kid, you know, if your child touched the stove, you know, you tell your child not to touch the stove, but sometimes they got to touch it, man. Sometimes they got to touch the stove and feel it.
Right.
This is our people touching the stove and feeling it. That's why we'll never be able to get out of this predicament until we come back to our Heavenly Father, man. The same way he got us out of Egypt. The only way we getting out of here is through the Spirit of the Lord, man. That's the only way we getting out of here, man. But it's only the select few that the Most High is choosing. Our entire nation not gonna make it out on this side. 2/3 are gonna have to die.
Y'all believe Jesus is white?
No. We don't.
Okay. I was wondering why y'all had that picture down there. Okay.
Yeah, we
Go
put
ahead.
horns on
I'm
it.
sorry. I mean,
No, you good, brother. We out here for you. You got questions, you can answer. But yeah, we put horns on it because that's the devil. That's a deceiving image. You know, the Lord was really a dark-skinned man, and it describes how he looks in Revelations. Let's get there.
This is Revelation chapter 1. You want me to start at verse 1 first?
Yeah, start at 1 and come down.
All right, this is Revelation 1 and 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him to shew unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass.
And the revelation means to reveal, to show. So this is the revealing of the Lord, all right, and his prophecies and everything that's going to happen in the end times. But it's also a revealing of his description. All right, so let's get that.
Verse 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot.
Clothed with a garment down to the foot. That's why we wear our garments, you know, because the Lord had a garment on.
Yes, sir.
And gird about the paps with a golden girdle. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Right.
So it's talking about on his head, his beard, mustache, and goatee.
Yes, sir.
Not his face.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
As white as snow. And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
They be laughing. They think that's a joke, man. Ain't nobody laughing but them, man. I ain't playing.
Yeah.
I ain't playing with that.
Oh, they time gonna come.
They time gonna come.
They time coming.
That's what we
I ain't playing with them, bro.
They time gonna come, brother.
They time
I'm not
coming.
playing with them now.
They time. I know.
Well, with the Lord, so we gotta wait on him to come back. We can't do that.
Y'all want me taking it in my own hand then.
No, we gotta wait on the Lord.
gotta
He said
wait
you
on
can't do that.
We want it as bad as you do, but we gotta wait on
We gotta wait. He gonna come back and get our vengeance. Cause he ready to come back and get vengeance for what they did to his people.
Yeah.
So
They
he
still
ready to
do.
come back. But he can't come back until his father tell him the time is now. So we gotta wait patiently, brother.
That's our patience.
Y'all gonna make me wait.
We
have
gotta
patience.
wait.
Get them back.
We ready to get them back too, but we gotta wait. We're not carnal minded. We're spiritual minded. The Lord told us to do all we supposed to do is teach the word. That's it.
Yes, sir.
Teach the
Yes,
word.
sir. Yes, sir.
Wake up his elect.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
I've been woke. I've been on my square.
Okay. That's what's up.
Patience, brother.
I've been in and out of prison all my life. I've been studying all my life. I've been on my square. I'm just tired of what they do, man. I'm tired, man.
Yeah, we all
tired.
live, brother.
Tired,
We
bro.
all live.
That's why we
Got
out
it.
here. Yeah.
It says, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
Now, brass is a derivative of brown. When you go into that brass, that word in Greek, it means bronze. All right? That's like the color of a penny. So his feet was like the color of a penny, as if it burned in a furnace. So it would be a dark, it would be a
I'm
super
sorry, bro.
dark
I'm gonna
penny.
get up on you, man.
You good? It's okay.
I'm gonna
It's
get up
okay.
on you.
It'll be a super dark penny. So that shows you that he wouldn't look like that. He'd be a very dark skinned man. But they ain't gonna tell us that, because if our people knew that this book was about us, our people would move a lot different. You know, they told our people that we were slaves and that we inferior, we animals, and that God looked like them, that Jesus looked like them. But you know, just like we know, that that's far from the truth.
Yeah.
But now we gotta wait until the Lord conclude this matter, man. And it's hard. It's hard to wait. We don't want to wait either. But that's the only way we're gonna get out of here.
Y'all look like full gangster. So I.
Yeah, we waiting, bro. We waiting.
We was in the street once upon a time.
We
We was
waiting,
in the
bro.
street.
We want to get out of here too, man.
This is Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 8.
All right.
Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey.
Right.
For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured in the fire of my jealousy.
So you want some revenge, right? You want some get back.
No, nobody owe me nothing. I don't want no get back. Really, I don't want no get back.
The Lord wants some get back. The Lord wants some. The Lord is pissed. You think you angry? The Lord is pissed.
Read
that
again, yeah,
loud.
come on.
Read that loud and clear.
I just don't like.
Zephaniah 3 and 8.
Listen.
Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord,
The Lord said to wait on Him. Go ahead.
until the day that I rise up to the prey.
To the prey. These are the
Nobody owe me
nations.
nothing, brother. I'm not that type of brother think somebody owe me something. Nobody owe me nothing.
But just like you tired of it,
Shoot, I'm
just
sorry.
like you tired of it, we
Nobody
tired of
owe
it
me
too.
nothing.
We
I
tired of
get
it.
what I deserve. I'm
gotta
getting what I
understand.
deserve right now.
You gotta
We
understand.
all
though.
live.
You gotta understand the Lord won't revenge. You tired of what's going on with our people, the Lord more tired than you is.
Yeah.
But his plan is better than our plan. What you think you can accomplish when you get tired and you ready to do something? Imagine what the Most High can do when he get tired and he ready to do
That's what
something.
I'm trying to do, bro. Look, I'm trying to get out. I'm trying to get out the street. I already got a house. I'm just waiting on the landlord to put me in my
You
crib.
thinking on a very low level. You think you're selfish. You think you're selfish.
Me? For real?
Yeah, you think you're selfish.
Why?
What about the other brothers still locked up? What about the young?
No, hold on, no, I'm not,
You got it.
I gotta get off the street first. But bro, I done been locked up all my life. I'm not thinking, I think about the brothers that locked up. If I get off these streets, my mind is get my own business and help brothers coming out of prison. Get my own business and help them coming out of prison to get jobs and stuff. I'm not worried. I don't care about me. I'm not selfish. I'm trying to help black people,
I'm
man.
trying to bring out to you. Listen.
No, but
don't
I'm
get
not
offended.
selfish, bro.
Don't get offended. Listen,
No, but
listen.
you trying to say I'm selfish. See,
You are
see,
selfish.
How I'm selfish?
Let me break it down to you. Listen. You gotta listen. Listen. Go ahead, read it.
It says, therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord,
This the Lord speaking. This ain't me. This the
Okay,
Lord.
but why you
Hold
say I'm
on.
selfish?
Listen. Go ahead.
until the day that I rise up to the prey.
The Lord is mad. The Lord is pissed. Go ahead.
For my determination
His determination.
is to gather the nations,
All these nations, chiefly Esau,
On
Edom,
that sign over
all
there.
these nations here.
that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them mine indignation,
The word indignation means righteous anger. So the Lord is pissed. Hold on.
even all my fierce anger,
His anger, the Lord, I asked you if you angry, right? You got a right to be angry. I said if you want to revenge, you say you don't want revenge. Guess what? The Lord wants revenge. The Lord wants them to pay for putting us in slavery. The Lord is pissed, way more pissed than you, and He cares about the whole nation.
Okay,
That's
brother.
why it's important to wait.
But
Wait on Him.
why did you say I'm selfish though?
Explain it to him. I'll give it
Because
to
you don't have a kingdom-minded mentality.
But okay, explain that to
In
me.
order to wait,
Explain that to
in
me.
order to be patient, right? We're waiting for the bigger picture. We're waiting because we can't deliver. Having a little house, having a good job, that don't affect nobody else. You can have $1 trillion. You can't save the nation. According to
You'll go
Deuteronomy
broke trying to do it.
According to Deuteronomy 28, the Lord said no man was going to free us.
Right, we under curses right now.
You got it.
So what the brother's trying to tell you is that you're trying to build a system.
Don't be offended, brother.
I'm not offended, brother, but ain't no shoving.
I want you to see the bigger picture.
Right.
Yes, sir.
The bigger picture is we trying to wake up these Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans.
Yeah.
So when he said you were selfish, he wasn't talking about you being selfish as you thinking just about yourself. He's saying you being selfish as we can't save the whole nation. You should be thinking about when the Lord come back, all of these people on this sign, the kingdom of heaven gonna be here on earth. And all these people on this earth, there will not be one homeless person, not one person that's starving, without shelter. We shall all be kings and priests in the kingdom of heaven, which gonna be here on earth. Right now, like the brother said, if you had $1 trillion, you can't save everybody that's on the streets.
Yeah.
You'll go broke trying to save all the homeless people on the streets.
Yeah.
So don't be offended at how he said it. He was just saying if you get a house, even if you help 10 brothers, you can't help 20 more.
He's saying it's a bigger picture.
It's a bigger picture, bro.
At least I'm trying to help somebody.
Right.
I'm not selfish.
But he wasn't saying he ain't saying that was wrong. Just saying we trying to wake up our nation.
Okay, I want to know the bigger picture too. I want to see this bigger vision.
What you trying to build, brother? What you trying to build? The Lord is trying to get rid of this whole thing. The Lord is trying to level this whole system and start something completely different.
Right.
Having a job here, owning a company here, it's not going to help our people because the Lord is going to destroy this system.
Okay, so me thinking like that. Okay, what do I need? What do I need to do beyond that?
You got a question, brother? Hey, you got a question, brother?
Yeah,
you a Puerto Rican? What's your nationality?
Come on, let's go, man.
Huh? Mixed? What's your father?
Hey, I don't know.
What's your father? You see yourself on this sign?
I'm going your way, go.
Look at this sign right here.
Jake just saying
So we got what our father is, but the man took the seed. Look at this sign.
Hey, y'all right, man.
If you on that sign, you'll be a Hebrew Israelite. In this Bible, our nationality, we not in this Bible. You ain't gonna see Puerto Rican. You ain't gonna see Cuban. In this Bible, your real name is on this side. The real name's on that side. When we was conquered by the so-called white man, they gave us all these names. The real names is on the left side. That's in the Bible. So you're a Hebrew Israelite, brother.
Thank you.
Yeah.
God bless you.
All right, God bless you. Hey, we on YouTube. We live every Saturday. Our YouTube page is called GMS Orlando. Yeah. Go to our YouTube, check us out. We got a camp in every state. We everywhere. If you go to the GMS LA, you'll see it's mostly brothers like, you know, we say, cause we different shades of brown. GMS Orlando, Space Orlando, GMS/Orlando. You go right now, you'll see we live right now.
Y'all wear these clothes every day?
No. It's just when we come out to teach. These are the garments that we wore in the ancient time.
Did you know the Aztecas were wearing these kind of garments as well?
Right.
Aztecs?
Yes.
They were wearing these kind of garments as well.
Hey, that's why you see the so-called Mexicans when they wear ponchos with the fringes on it, right? Where do you think that come from? That's our nationality. That's what we wore. But some of them just don't have the borders of blue on it. But this is the garment that's in the Bible. The Lord told Moses to tell the children of Israel to wear the garment with the borders of blue and the fringes.
So you guys love Jesus?
Well, not that man right there. The Lord and Savior in the Bible, he's a black man. He's so-called Negro.
But you love Jesus?
Right. His name ain't Jesus though.
Is Lord.
Right. His name is Yahweh Shai in Hebrew.
You gotta repent from your sin.
Right. But his name ain't Jesus. The J was the last letter. No, it's Yahweh
That's not
Shai.
it either.
Ain't no
Mashiach.
Ain't no E's used in Hebrew.
That's Yiddish.
So where you get that from? That's Yiddish. The so-called Jews created that. That's the new Hebrew, modern day Hebrew. We go off the ancient Paleo. There's no E's used in B's in Hebrew.
That's true.
Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
All right, brother.
But hey, that shows you, man, that this, what did it say in 2nd Ezra, how we started off, man. So try to truth for such as be like unto thee, man. Because man, part of this understanding is understanding that the majority of our people not gonna get this, man. The majority of our people gotta fall on this side, man. The Most High gotta restart their whole program, man. And it's a reality, man. You know, and the more you speak to our people and try to bring them in, you know, the more you realize that it's not for the majority of our people, man. It's the same way as grown-ups trying to explain to an adult, a child, what due energy and the electric bill is like.
Right.
They watching cartoons, they playing with toys, they riding and take, you know, you can barely get them to take a bath.
Right.
Now you gonna try to break down a mortgage, interest rates, and nah, that's for grown folks, man.
Look at you like you crazy.
Yeah, and that's the same thing in this truth, man. The hopeful elect, that's like the grown-ups of the nation, man.
Hey, why would she say Jesus, but then gonna have my Yeshua HaMashiach?
Because she being facetious.
Right.
Yeah.
Come.
They know, like I love Pastor Hart said, the word done went out.
Right.
They all know exactly what this is about, man.
Done.
And they scoffing this morning.
Right.
Her man might not have known.
Right. No.
And then she gonna go online and show them. They know, man. No, I can see that.
Yeah, I saw them. Yeah.
But, if I may say this real quick, if you notice as the days go by and this truth consumes the earth, the Lord is putting the spirit on Jake to where they're realizing that something ain't right.
Right.
Like they tired. Like Jake is tired out here, man. They're trying to seek out a better way, but they just don't know where to find it.
You don't wanna,
And
They don't want to come up the straight way, man.
And Esau, part of Esau's worry about this truth is that it's gonna reawaken them zealots, man.
Right.
That's a big part of why he's afraid of this truth. Because he's afraid of the zealots waking up with this truth and not wanting to have patience and wait on the Lord to rise up.
Man.
Because they say terror shall make him afraid on every side, brother.
Yeah, man.
Drive him to his feet.
Right. And the terror is the scripture. It's true, man.
You got Jake
Making
working
them
at
afraid.
Lockheed Martin. Jake working all over.
Come. They got all that. Yeah, they got that technology. They technology minded. They ready.
And they're afraid of that.
And you can see that being made manifest out here on the streets. Because if you pay attention to who's walking up, who's talking, and on the comment boards even. We had a Jake a couple of weeks ago, I think it was Issachar. They ready, man. Like they tired. They tired of Esau, man. They tired of being on the bottom.
Ready for the race.
They ready.
They ready. Trust me, they ready.
Good.
These videos with Jake's on the train, reading the Bible to Amalek, telling them they're going to slavery, man.
All right, brother.
Love y'all, man.
Love you too, brother.
Hey, you too,
Give me a
brother.
shake hand.
It's all right hand. Yeah, give him that right hand. Right
Shalom,
hand.
brother.
Shalom,
And that's
brother.
spiritual in itself.
The funny thing is, right, with that Jake that he walked up, right, I was thinking, you seen the brother that came up, blue eyes, he looked like a tear. And I was thinking, he was trying to get it. He was sincere. That's why I was trying to get to him. And the wicked one always comes and pulls him away.
Who pulled him away?
The Jake.
Oh, the one that was standing
Yeah,
up.
he was a tear though.
Started a whole fight with him.
Oh, okay.
That's why he was getting it, man. He was trying to learn.
Yeah.
He was sincere.
Hey man, but that shows you, bro, like, we at that time, man, where you gotta understand that the Most High has the ones who receive this truth. Those are the leaders of the world to come, man. Lord willing, we endure to the end and we are of that number. Those are the leaders of the world to come. Everybody can't sit at the G7 and G8 summit. As wicked as Esau and the heathens are, everybody ain't meant to sit in the rooms with the world leaders of the heathens. It's only certain qualified individuals. And when you go to them G7s and G8 summits, they got different kind of color codes to who can get into what meetings, man. So even amongst leaders, you got certain people that can get into certain rooms where other ones can't, man. And if it's order like that on the left-hand side, you gotta know that it's order like that on the right-hand side. And now we're coming into that reality where 2/3 of our people they're not gonna be able to receive it, man. That's just the reality of what we're dealing with, man. And you can see trying to pour the water into a cistern that can't hold it.
Right.
Let me go back in there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start up though. 2nd Ezra 8, we start at verse 45. Be not wroth with us, but spare thy people, and have mercy upon thine own inheritance, for thou art merciful unto thy creature. Then answered he me and said, things present are for the present, and things to come for such as be to come. For thou comest far short that thou shouldest be able to love my creature more than I.
Hey, because what? Esdras was asking for mercy now.
Right.
And the Lord was like, nah, the mercy I got planned for Jake gonna be way better than You just telling me to overlook what they're doing right now. I want them to be completely righteous. That's gonna be my mercy and my love for them, man.
Done.
But these things gotta play out like they gotta play out. And that has to, you have to accept that minus your emotions.
But I have oft times drawn nigh unto thee
Right.
and unto it, but never to the unrighteous. And that, like you said, it's only for an elect few, you know? It says, in this also thou art marvelous before the Most High, in that thou hast humbled thyself as it becometh thee,
Right.
and thou hast not judged thyself worthy to be much glorified among the righteous.
And Lord willing, we are of that number, man, with that same mind, man.
That's why we
Because
say
we had to be
humble.
humble. You know, we had to be humble, and you have to come to the mindset of understanding that you went the wrong way your whole life, and now you got to turn back and go the right way, no
Right.
matter where you started. Hey, boy, they
coming out for you.
yeah, coming out the woodwork for the 2020.
It says, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride.
So, hey, that's the Most High showing you the separation of that love that He has for the righteous of His people, and the great misery that must happen for them to actually learn. 2/3 of our people to actually learn what's right and what's wrong, man. Because they didn't want to humble themselves in the beginning.
Right.
So now they got to be humbled through what? Through judgment.
Like that demon, he didn't want to stop eating pork, remember?
Yeah.
That's why I told him I ain't dealing with him no more after that.
Yeah, you can't get a good word at the
that was
altar.
a pride.
got nothing to say to him.
Up with that Kool-Aid smile, that pride, man. Right before
He
the
probably said, I'm still living.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just ate some pork. I ain't dead yet. That's how he was looking, bro.
man, rocking this demon.
Oh, I ain't dealing with him no more. I don't got nothing to say to him.
This is 2nd Esdras 9 and verse 10. For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me, and they that have loathed my love, while they yet had liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not but despised me.
Right.
All this freedom you got, and your ass don't want to do right, man. All this freedom you got. And even inside the truth, you have a certain, you got a liberty. Even in the truth, man. And you don't want to turn to, the Lord said His yoke was easy, man. That's why the punishment on our people is going to be grave, man. But the ultimate mercy is that they're going to come back through the loins of the elect, man. And the whole family will be righteous. Then we can all have cookouts, barbecues, righteous barbecues with lamb.
Right, then we can rest. Then we can rest. Right,
So, then you can chop it up with your brother all day from sun up to sundown without a worry of where you gotta go and where you gotta be at, and if you're gonna be able to pay due next month, if Geico gonna get their money on time, or if you're gonna be able to pay them, these people, $1,200 or $600 or $800 so you can stay in a place another month. All of that's gonna be wiped away from us, man. Me and the brother was talking in the parking lot when the Most High say rest will be allowed, man. That's a powerful statement considering our present situation, man.
Right.
You know what it means to rest?
No.
No.
Let somebody look up rest for me, y'all.
I ain't got you.
When I'm just thinking about rest, man, he hasn't rested, man. Even when you go to sleep, your mind is, you gotta get up for work. Even if you go on vacation, you're not resting. Now, when we sleep, you know, we have that, what's it called, the REM, when you really, in the spirit world, you know, you're actually resting for a little bit, you know?
And it's very short-lived.
And that's when your body regenerates, rebuilds. But other than that, you ain't resting. You're burning calories, man, constantly. Even if you ain't moving, you're burning calories. Your mind working, we ain't rested, man. Esau, Edom won't allow you to rest, man.
And he's been allowed to rest for long enough, man. Through the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shah. Now troubles are starting to make him afraid on every side. Now that beautiful sleep he used to have, when he could wake up and he was like, yeah, man, let me check my 401k. 175K, that's cool.
Good.
What kind of equity I got in my house? Let me call the bank just to check. Oh, that's what's up, cool. Let me check my bank account. Oh, 50,000 in this account. Let me check the other one. I got another 10 for a rainy day. Jake ain't living like that, man. That's what rest is, man. That's what it means, the commonwealth of a nation that's in rulership. You got a definition for rest?
Go ahead and get
On
yours.
the etymology line, it's cold too. It says sleep, rest, bed, intermission of labor,
Oh, you on entomology? Okay, I got okay. Go
mental
ahead.
peace.
Mental peace. Like I said, you can't rest. Like I said, the only time you resting is when you're sleeping in that REM sleep. That's
God.
when your body rebuilds its muscles and all that
Right,
shit.
right.
Other than that, you burning your mind. They hook you up. You burning calories,
Right,
man.
right.
That's why when they hooked up to the EQ, you brain dead, but you still ain't resting, man. That's fucking crazy.
Right. And even when you sleep, sometimes you have what they call night terrors.
Restless.
You open your eyes. You wake up every other 3 hours, man. You know what the Lord has laid up for us, man. You said rest is a lot. That means you can
Rest
close
is
your eyes
allowed.
and go to
Rest
sleep.
with me, yeah.
You can
Rest.
put your select it.
You got it all.
Okay, you can put your time and energy into your family, man. You know, you can build up an empire, build up your family, build up your estate, man. And actually have some substance, some rest, man. That shit. Why would you sell your soul for anything else? That shit don't make no sense, man. You know?
You got it all. You got it. I know you've been holding this one.
And no, he on the same thing though. He on the same thing. But it's crazy because it say on the notion of last rest stop. It say a rest to stop talking about it. Hey, the truth, man. When we get to the kingdom, we don't have to talk about this no more, man.
And you ain't gotta teach your brother.
Wow.
We ain't gotta sit here and debate with our brother like, look, bro, you're not a color in the crayon box. You know, this is where we came from. This is why we here. You ain't gotta go through all of that. Once you greet your brother, everything is already understood. It ain't gotta be explained.
Not to mention the battle is over. 'Cause right now we at war.
Right.
Mainly we at war because we're in this flesh. And we're gonna be perfect. The law is gonna be put in our inward part, the second covenant. You know? So that resting, man, because right constantly at war, man.
It say it is another one. It say repose cease from action. It say take repose by lying down, lie in death or in the grave, cease from motion, work or performance. Be without motion, be undisturbed.
Hey,
Be
that cease without work, right?
right.
Because that's why I said the hour come when no man worketh.
Come.
We gonna fully rest.
Come.
Now is the time to work, man.
You
know?
Wow.
I got a precept.
It say be free from what disquieted, staying alive as upon a supportive basis. You got it all. Wow.
This is
It said mental. What is it? Mental peace.
Mental peace.
Ooh.
Yeah, I got one too.
I got a couple verses.
Go ahead.
Let me jump in on this.
Yeah.
You got a couple in the chamber. This is Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 10. Therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, saith the Lord. Neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity. And Jacob shall return, and shall be in rest, and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid, man. And that's what we laboring for, man. Like the brother was telling that Jake that came up, you being selfish in the mindset of thinking that the little bit of rest that you can allow the whole nation to rest, and it's not possible here, man. There's nothing we can do on this side that's gonna give us that kind of rest that the Most High has promised us, man. That's gonna come from waiting on Yahweh Shema Shai, where rest will really be allowed, man.
Hey, let me read this. Hebrews 4:11, right? It say, let us labor, therefore, to enter into that rest. These any man fall after the same example unbelief. So when you go to the word rest, it's G2663. It say putting to rest, a resting place. It said the heavenly blessedness in which God dwells, and on which He has promised to make persevering believers and Hamashiach partakers after the toils and trials of life on earth are ended.
Right.
That's cold.
And that's going to be ended for what? Jacob, like it says in Jeremiah 30 chapter in the 10th verse, man. Jacob going to rest and be quiet, and nobody around him going to make him afraid. Why? Because on this side, terrorists is making Jake afraid on every side.
Right.
Jake got to worry about if he going to be able to stay in his house another month. If his insurance going to be straight. Because his bills can barely make them ends meet, man.
Right.
And if anything fall out of place, Jake's whole life messed up, man.
Like Jake said, Jake always on the square, his shoulders always 10.
Yeah.
We're in the kingdom, we go
man.
be able to do like these.
Rest will be allowed, man. You gotta go.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 5. It says, for we know that our earthly house of this tabernacle, if our earthly house of this tabernacle were dissolved, we have a building of Yahweh, and house not made with hand, eternal in the heavens. For in this we groan earnestly, desiring to be clothed upon with our house, which is from heaven.
That's why, like I wanted you to sleep. Your best sleep is when you're in that REM sleep.
Yeah.
Right.
Because you in the spirit world.
Yeah.
You know, some people say they can astral project and shit. But that's why you in your proper abode, man.
Yeah.
And then you come back in this shitty abode, or you want to go back, man. You know?
Hey, that's why Jay get mad and take a nap, man.
Yeah, God, that's the worst.
Jay get pissed off. That'd be the best sleep Jake ever
Yeah,
have.
man, yeah.
He can check out from all of this shit out here for a brief moment, man.
Nah, 'cause that's every time I get pissed off by something. Well, when I used to get a lot, man, I used to go to sleep real quick. That's the only way, man.
You in that right there, you in that deep sleep.
Right.
That because after you start sleeping for a while, you get in that dream and shit.
Right.
So you get woken up, but then right when you fall, that's that deep sleep.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And them
Hey,
quick
that's
naps,
crazy,
them
bro.
quick naps that you be out.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Know what be going on.
Wow, that's cold.
That's one of the best ways to pass time, to get over something.
Yeah, man. It is, bro. It is.
And hey, the irony of where we at right now is that we laboring to get into that rest. But on the other side, once we get that rest, you ain't gonna never want to lay down, man. You gonna have it's gonna be so much to. Hey, it's like them video games where all the stages be all grayed out, and then all of a sudden they be all unlocked. And you're like, oh man, I got.
It's gonna be like
I got
Esau.
free reign. Free reign.
It's gonna be flips. That's Esau now. He can't get enough. He looking for that adrenaline. He adrenaline junkie.
Yeah,
He
they
looking for the
balling
next
hard
fix.
right
Yeah,
now.
He looking for the next fix, the next
Come,
high, you know?
come.
It says, verse 3, if so be that being clothed we shall not be found naked, for we that are in this tabernacle do groan,
That nigga did like
being
this.
burdened, not for that we would be unclothed, but clothed upon, that mortality might be swallowed up in life. Now he that have brought us for the same thing is Yahweh, who also have given unto us the earnest of the Spirit. Therefore we are always confident, knowing that while we are at home in the body, we are absent from the Lord. For we walk by faith, not by sight. We are confident, I say, and willing rather, to be absent from the body and to be present with the Lord.
Yeah, cause Jake is tired of being in this toil, man. It's back and forth, man. And if death is the best rest we can get, then death is what Jake is looking for. That's why I said they hated their lives unto death, man. Because you gotta wake up, and the Most High gotta literally put a spirit on you to get you from one day to the next, man. Because sometimes it said this world will wear out the saints, man. And they shall wear out the saints, man.
Hey, that's true. They said you shall think to change times.
Right.
And we're out there, and that's exactly the fuck
That's
it is.
exactly
They
what's
like
going on.
savings.
Yeah.
He thought about all types of ways
Right.
to get you to work as much as possible.
Right.
Man.
Because he knows,
Fucking devil.
because he knows that through much liberty, how does he go? Through much liberty,
Learn from Pharaoh. Learn from Pharaoh. When Moses went to Pharaoh, he said, let my people raise this night. You being idle. Took the strong way.
right? Because once you got time to think about
Wisdom
something,
cometh about with leisure. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that 38, ain't it? 38 and 11.
Ecclesiasticus 38 and start at 24. The wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure.
Right.
And he that hath little business shall be wise. How can he get wisdom that holdeth the plow
See?
and that glorifieth in the gall,
Go ahead.
that driveth oxen?
And you can't rest. You
Right.
worried about your job or you got a
Right,
business.
right.
You can't rest.
Right.
You know, you can't focus on the Lord.
Hey, but look how it split up though. Read 24 again.
Beautiful point.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 38 and 24.
Right.
The wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure.
Study time. You got study time, right? Now this where it's separated at. Go ahead.
And he that hath little business
And he that have little business,
shall become wise.
right? Go ahead. That's talking about the same guy. Watch this. Well, this where it separate. Go ahead.
How can he get wisdom that holdeth the plow
Right.
and that glorieth in the gold,
Right.
that driveth oxen and is occupied in their labor?
See, that's a kind of separation. That first one, 24, talking about the guy that he got wisdom by studying.
By studying.
The other guy that holding the plow, all he thinking about is how he gonna get his bag bigger.
It's in the bag.
That's where it's separated at,
And
man.
that's how Esau keeps Jake docile, man. because he keeps Jake's hand on the plow through the debt system.
Come.
You know, through all of these different things, through paying Jake low wages, money that goes in the pockets with holes in them.
Right.
And you entice you with overtime.
Come.
You know, which is really bullshit.
And look,
Right.
that guy, he worried about the bag, but we working just to make sure our bills paid, and that's it.
That's it.
Hey.
Our Father's business.
But our
Gun,
Father-
gun.
Because we
Gun.
walk by
Hey.
faith, not by sight.
Gun.
That dude walking by sight, he need
Right.
to check his bank and
Right.
see carnal.
Right,
But
right,
we
right.
know the Lord gonna provide, man.
Gun,
You know?
hey,
But
no.
we know that time is real wealth. And we
Right.
know if we do the bare minimum, don't
Right.
work overtime,
Right.
pay for exactly what we need.
What we
We're
need.
gonna have more time with the Lord.
We're damn
How
right.
about you never
Done,
try?
huh?
Daily
Done.
benefits.
A daily
Exactly.
benefit. Damn right. Daily
man.
benefit.
That's how Esau get you, man. Esau put the entire nation under a yoke, man. Taskmasters, man.
Yep, man.
And the way he keep Jake docile, because Jake always chasing the bag. Jake literally don't have time to think, man.
No, man.
That's why when they see this truth, they can't even fathom the things that we speak of, considering the blessings that the Lord got in store for us.
Done.
Even so, they can't even consider putting a portion of their time aside for this, man.
Yeah, wrong.
That's why that Jake came up 6 months ago or so that said, I can't do what y'all do.
Yeah, yeah.
That make Habakkuk bring truth so much, man. No, groups locking. This is not this day. This is not our rest. We're this day. Yeah, we're yet this day not captive.
Right, con.
Subject to payment. That make me think about Matthew when Yahweh said, "You gotta how did he bind the
Psalm
strong man?"
37:7.
You know?
Good verse 2.
You gotta bind that really he's worried about Jake, man, the man, Israelite man.
Right.
He binds us with all the debt, the women, child support, everything is to bind the strong man, man.
Yup.
You know, because the women get all the benefits. That's
Oh,
why I say she
all
gonna lament for the teeth.
Good.
Because she getting food stamps. It's hard for men to get food stamps.
Section 8.
She get all type of
Habitat housing,
benefits.
hood.
But he had to bind the
All
strong
that.
man. You know, you got no time. You got no time.
Hey, it's hard for Jake to
As long as the man
it's
is in the
hard for
house.
Jake to get custody, man.
Yup.
You know what I mean? If Eve wanna leave, Jake got to think about where his seed gonna land and how his
Son.
seed gonna be able to be raised.
Yeah,
man.
that's a weird
and
thing,
that keeps
man.
Jake in this limbo situation where
Right.
Jake got to try to stay for the sake of the kids, but you know
Yup.
it's all kind of
Yup.
confusion because Jake don't have no rest here, man. And the Most High did that. The Most High had Esau do that, so Jake don't really have time to think, man.
You can't, and you don't got time to rest, man.
And you definitely ain't got time to rest.
You can't even fucking rest your mind, bro.
You give your strength unto Esau, you give your strength unto the woman.
Right.
You give your strength you
You
got no
split.
strength,
You got
rest.
no rest.
Thinking
got
about your
nothing
family,
left.
how they gonna eat.
That's
What if this happened?
That's
What
why I
if that
say
happened?
many
You know
men
what I'm
have
saying?
gone out of their wits, man.
For
You
women,
got no
done.
rest.
I got a precept real quick.
Done.
This is Psalms chapter 16 from the brother Yahar's Judah. Psalms chapter 16 verse 9. Therefore my heart is glad and my glory rejoiceth. My flesh also shall rest in hope. You know, and that's why I broke. Yeah, you got it, brother.
I'm saying prisoners of hope.
Yeah. Because we actually believe on the words of Yahweh Shemel Shah. You know, Jake done been running on the hamster wheel so long, they don't ever think the cage gonna get open, man.
Right.
They just think that we just gonna be running on hamster wheels and they gonna have kids and their kids gonna hop on a hamster wheel and that's just how it's gonna be. And hopefully we can get a bigger block of cheese inside our cage. But the Most High is actually gonna free us out of this situation, man.
Ooh, the fast I run on the wheel, the master see my wheel turning fast, he'll give me a bigger slice of cheese.
But the curses always meet you at the fourth quarter. man.
Good.
Whether you super rich or you of the lower state, man, of our nation. Because
Man.
just like Esau, when you think about Esau being in rulership, the commonwealth of Esau means that you don't have to be Donald Trump to be successful as an Edomite.
Right.
You can have a nice little pension, a nice little 401k, and a
Right.
nice little house with some equity in it, and not even be a no-namer of Edomites.
Right.
You can tuck your shirt in, wear the right clothes, and walk in any store and get treated like Donald Trump.
Right.
Because they don't know who you is personally, but they know the nation you come from. That's that commonwealth, man.
Yup. And Jake think cause they got they worked 25, 30 years on the job and they retired, that's living.
No.
Yeah, man. That's living right there, man. I got my money coming, 35, 45 grand coming in every month. I got my little 401. That's living to Jake, man.
go back to the scriptures, you got a slave, a servant, 7 years.
Right.
And then he's set up for life. He's set up to have his own business.
Right.
You work 30-something, you got nothing to show for it.
Nothing.
That's crazy.
I want a check coming every month.
I talk to, these social security checks, this little bit of chunk change they get, and they struggling.
They struggling with that, man.
Even the ones that
Yeah.
put on the front like they living good, they
Yeah.
struggling,
They
bro.
struggling, bro.
I got one. Let me bring this one out real quick. This is from Yahweh Judah, Psalms 37:7. Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way,
Right.
because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. That's beautiful, man.
Hey, even not the oppressor, man.
Right.
And take the yoke of Yahushua, man. Take the yoke of Yahushua. Hey, and I was reading these devils talking about, no, we don't want to be under that yoke. That's what Jake was saying, man. We don't want to be under that yoke. You got it though.
Now.
We want to win come,
By
man.
any Jake got that 50 Cent slogan, man. Get rich and die trying, you know, mixed with Malcolm X by any means necessary. Jake willing to trim his way. Jake willing to step on his own brother. Whatever it takes for him to get to the end of the movie where he got some coin, and Jake get to the end of the movie and realize that this ain't how it's supposed to be, man.
Every time.
2 Thessalonians 1:6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with Yahweh to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. And to you who are troubled, rest with us when the Lord Yahweh shall be revealed. When the Lord Yahweh shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels.
Hey, so the Lord's saying, rest with us, man. If you troubled, rest with us, man.
Let's go, baby.
All the revenge you want, all the get back you want, all the substance you want, all the peace you want, rest with us. Cause it ain't nothing you gonna get on that hamster wheel that's gonna equal up to what you're looking for, man. You may get a crumb, a little piece of what you think you're looking for, but you're not gonna get it in full, man. And you're still gonna be restless.
Like I was bringing out earlier, that little bit of anger you have, that little bit of hate you have, that little bit of weariness you have, is nothing compared to what Yahweh feels, man. You know, it's insignificant. You can't. He said he's gonna have to put his spirit in us.
Right.
You know, we're not angry enough. You know. So I got a little bit more. This verse 7, like verse 8. It says, "In flaming fire, taking vengeance on them that know not Yahweh, and they that obey not the gospel of our Lord Yahweh Shahu Mashiach."
Yeah, you trying to mobilize Jake. You ain't gonna be able to bring fire on the nations. You trying to mobilize Jake and get Jake ready to try to get us a kingdom. You ain't gonna be able to pour out indignation on the nations, man. Gather all the heathen nations together, man. That's why you better off resting with Yahweh Shah, man.
I don't think people understand how angry the Lord is, man. The Lord is pissed, man. He is pissed. He's pissed that 2/3 of his own people and the heathen nations, man. He said he had a controversy with the nations.
Right. Gun.
He want to plead with them. And you know what that means, to plead with them? Oh my goodness.
You should know that the Lord is pissed because he got his prophets out here on the streets, man. Every time the Lord is about to destroy a society or a kingdom, he always sent his prophets out there for a warning, man. Letting the people know that he's angry with the deeds, with their wicked deeds, man.
Got a precept. 2 Ezra 15, verse 7. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and the righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter.
Right.
I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt.
And that's why the Most High gotta constantly say, look, fear not, O Jacob.
Right.
Don't worry about this, thou worm Jacob.
Right.
Because we see our people getting led to the slaughter. And we don't have any power out here in this world, man. All our faith and all our confidence is in Yahweh Shemel Shah to save us from this situation, man. And the Most High got to constantly remind us, because we understand all the wickedness going on around us, that the Most High is super pissed, man.
Yeah.
And that's what that fear of the Most High keep us moving, man. They keep us moving in the right direction. Lord willing, we stay there, man.
Verse 11.
If I may, you say you will no more hold his tongue concerning their wickedness.
Right.
This is 2 Thessalonians 2:8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
Right.
Hey, he's being consumed now. 'Cause
Come.
we are the Lord's mouthpiece.
Right.
You know? We're heralding them in, man.
Come.
He's being consumed now. You saw, you know?
You got it.
2 Ezra 15:11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. It say, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that power shall bring upon it. Verse 15 and verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and that destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hand.
And you see that happening now, man. You see that on the political scene with the alt-right and Antifa, with the Trump supporters versus everybody else.
Yep.
You see all of these divisions. The Lord said that he would set up the Egyptian against the Egyptian, man. And eventually it's going to play out in race wars, man. Because like we said before, part of the Esau's fear of this truth is that it's going to wake up the zealots, man. And the zealots gonna wake up to this truth, and they're not gonna be in the mood, in the spirit of waiting. And likewise, you got them real Edomites, man, the ones that's really coming back in their forefather's spirit, that's got that real hatred for Jake and ready to get busy, man.
Yeah.
And they out there in the woods training right now. They ain't putting stock bullets in their guns. They putting hollow tips. They trying to hit Jake and get him out of here, man.
You got good old boys that really trusted in Babylon the Great, man. And they realizing that shit is going down fast.
They stocking up MREs, and this they kingdom.
They prepping.
This they kingdom.
Yeah, man.
And you got Edomites that start to see it in the spirit, and they ducking. Now they trying to hide and duck and load up for what's coming next, man. And when they get out here on these streets, who you think they going for first, man? All that hate that they've been stocking up and holding up and keeping at the crib with their little 6-packs, watching the news and talking shit about you Negroes, they gonna go out here and get busy on y'all, man. Y'all gonna be the first targets before they go get their neighbor. You got more on that?
Nah, that was the point.
I got one real quick. This is Psalm chapter 37 and verse 30. The mouth of the righteous speaketh wisdom, and his tongue talketh of judgment. The law of his power is in his heart. None of his steps shall slide. The wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him. And that's what we have, man. Because of this truth, because of the words of the prophets, you know, through the spirit of power, how by Shemel Shah, Esau's moving on Jake, man. Beginning with the mouthpiece, man. Because the docile 2/3 of our people have already been taken over mentally. But now they gotta move this truth out of the way, man. But it's already done, it's already fulfilled its purpose. It's waking up the elect.
Come. I wanted to bring out, since bro had said, bro was mentioning about they prepping.
Come.
This is
Yeah, second entrance.
2 Ezra 15 and verse 55. It reads, the reward of thy whoredom shall be in thy bosom. Therefore shalt thou receive recompense, like as thou hast done unto my chosen, saith the Lord. Even so shall power do unto thee, and shall deliver thee into mischief. Thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword. Thy cities shall be broken down. That city of confusion is broken down.
Right.
Isaiah 24. And all thine shall perish with the sword in the field. They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger. And you may be thinking about this. They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger, and eat their own flesh, and drink their own blood. But
That's some of them damn motherfuckers and them damn dumps.
yeah, them prepper. Them prepper. That's why you may be thinking about this.
And the mountain men too. too, man.
Right, gun.
They gonna go out there in the mountains and they gonna hunt all the animals that's round about. And they gonna run out of animals to hunt, man.
No, I was thinking too, they're gonna be seeing what we out there doing, because we're gonna have this spiritual power
Right,
about it.
right.
Fucking shit up. They ain't gonna wanna come out, man.
Right. Yeah, I was watching this movie. It was a couple years ago. It's called Colony with Lawrence Fishburne, and they growing all their food under.
I seen that, yeah.
Hey, boy. Hey, they go. Hey, you devils is done, man. They say 2 Ezra 15 and 58. They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger and eat their own flesh and drink their own blood for very hunger of bread and thirst of water. They say,
Do you know how hungry you gotta be to start eating yourself, literally?
gun.
You know what kind of mental state you gotta be in to start drinking your own blood because you that thirsty? Come on, man. Hey, the Lord it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of Yahweh Shemel Shah. Because dying, that's the easy part. Everything before dying is the hard part. Dying is the easy part. Giving up the ghost, there ain't nothing to give up the ghost. It's how you go, man. And the Most High controls that, man. That's why it says, judge not a man blessed before death, man. What good is it if a man live good for 10 years of his life and he go out ugly and painful, man?
I got it quick.
You got it.
Real quick. This is Psalm 55 and 19. Yahweh shall hear and afflict them, even he that abideth of old. Selah, because they have no changes, therefore they fear not Yahweh.
I was just thinking too.
Ooh, that's
funny.
cold.
That was making me think what you were saying. In the moment of affliction, there's a forgetfulness of prosperity, man. You live your whole life good, but when that hell is on your ass, you forget quickly. You know?
Hey, that's why pride come passing about as a chain, man.
Hey, man.
Oh, Isaiah 26 and 10, Salakia. Hey, they will not learn righteousness, man.
They won't, they can't get it.
Hey, they gonna do, they just gonna ante up on wickedness, man.
Hey, man.
Yeah, they gonna become bigger devils, man. Right now they dormant devils.
Wow.
That's Esau in his dormant state. That's what you see out here. Shorts, slides, fanny packs. That ain't the original Esau. That's dormant Esau. That's Esau when he done conquered everything there is to conquer. And everything else is just scraps that he out here taking.
Right.
When he's starving, you gonna see Esau. And every Edomite that you come across in them last days, you gonna actually see Esau for who he really is, man. That's why I said never trust thine enemy.
Right.
When you wipe him, you gonna find out that his rust ain't going away.
Right.
And all his unrighteous glory.
He like a disease. He just laying dormant right now until you activate him, man.
Read that again. Read that one time, man. That's a whole lesson right there, bro.
This is Psalm
That's cold.
chapter 55 and 19. Yahweh shall hear and afflict them, even he that abideth of old. Selah, because they have no changes, therefore they fear not Yahweh.
Cause nothing has changed for them, man. They ain't none of this thing played out and changed. They ain't received no judgments for a long time, man. You gotta think Esau been doing shit since the time of the Greeks, even before then, man. But he been holding shit down since the Greeks, man. He done changed his name a few times, but he done sat in the power seat since the ancient world, man.
Yeah, man.
He had a little break in the Dark Ages, but the man sat in the power seat for the good part of 500 years at least, man.
And he think Yahweh on his side, man.
Yeah.
He doing all this damn wickedness and ain't getting no punishment, no nothing, man. He living in all the fattest places, got all the wealth. Esau don't got nothing to worry about.
Why would he worry? All his plans are coming to pass.
Right.
His infrastructure is being built. His heart's desire, his new world order is about to be accomplished, man.
in with
That's what the
those.
scriptures say. When he thinks his belly's full, he's gonna vomit it up.
It's in with thoughts that it how shall continue forever, man.
And his
Everybody,
plan,
all his witchcraft is slocking. All his witchcraft is working. The people in the uproar. The race, we want the race war.
the
want all that,
multitude,
man.
the multitude,
To get rid of the people,
all the people, they docile, man. They ready.
Yeah.
They ready. They giving unto this. They ready, man.
Hey, the truth is out there. Nobody really believes.
Right.
He winning. You put this shit in his movies, you ain't reacting.
Yeah,
He winning, man.
Motherfucker make a commercial, putting everything out front.
And that went away quick too, that commercial.
Pride.
Get beamed up.
And they put that commercial out for a week, now it's gone. Can't even find it.
Bro, that shit was strictly for Jake, bro. strictly for Jake.
Yeah, man.
I know it's a Jake out there that watch that commercial and be like, man, that shit remind me of them dudes that be on the street teaching.
Right. And they showing us, hey, we know. What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do?
What can you do?
And the elder Yashawamba on the chat.
Hey, Shalom, man. How about Shema Shah, about Shema Kakadai, Rockathon?
Bashim Al Shah, Bashim Kakarash Brakathon. You got it.
I got two actually. One right after this.
Bring it out. Bring
This
it
is
out.
Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. Therefore, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
And just like these people had a mindset of Esau, man. Esau's been running amok without any consequence or repercussion for so long that he don't even think that judgment is gonna touch him, man.
Right.
And likewise, the rest of the world is following after him, man. That's why they bold enough to say that there's no God. That's why they bold enough to say that nothing happens after you die. That's why they bold enough to do wickedness without thinking about a judgment or a consequence. Because judgment is not executed speedily, man. If you think Esau's been winning since the Greeks, the time of the Greeks, you can only imagine the level of pride that his elites have, man. Because they know that history. They know that they've been winning since Alexander the Greek, man. And they walk with that same pride, man.
This is Sirach. Oh, it's like
You got it.
it's Sirach chapter 27 and verse 10. As the lion layeth in wait for the prey,
Right.
so sin for them that work iniquity.
Done. Yeah. Last I got 3. This Genesis Jessica, you were going into, these devils that they can get away with everything, man. But that's the head the Lord got around. In Genesis 4 and 15, and the Lord Yahweh said unto him, therefore whosoever slave Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord set a mark upon Cain, lest any find him should kill him.
Right.
Now when Lamech was born, he said this. And Lamech said unto his wives, Adah and Zillah, hear my voice, ye wives of Lamech, hearken unto my speech, for I have slain a man to my wounding, and a young man to my hurt. If Cain shall be avenged 70-fold, truly Lamech shall be 70 and 7.
Hey, so Lamech was basically rapping about catching a body.
Right.
And getting away with it, man.
Good.
And he said, hey man, if anybody, if my father had a hedge on him 7 times, well then mine is 77 times that, man.
Right.
That was him boasting in wickedness. And this is back in Genesis. How much more so now, man? How much more so has the wickedness and the pride of Esau Edom increased, man? And you can see it on the commonwealth of Edomites, man. Joe Sixpack ain't got shit to his name, but he just as proud as his elites.
Right. I got one more to link them two together. Psalm 73 and 5. That what you got?
73:1.
I'll let you. I want to get to the point though. Go ahead.
Psalm 73:1. Truly, Yahweh is good to Israel, even to such as are of a clean heart. But as for me, my feet were almost gone, my steps had well nigh slipped. For I was envious at the foolish, when I saw the prosperity of the wicked.
And that's why Jake go to the dark side, man. You talk about Star Wars, that's why Jake always go over there to Darth Vader in the dark side. Because they see them winning. They see all the highlights and how they winning, and they ain't no judgment touching them. So they always go over there to the dark side because they think that's the winning team, man. You got it, brother.
It says, for there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore, pride compasseth them about as a chain. Violence covereth them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than their heart can wish.
And Jake has traded his beautiful garment for that garment. Jake traded his garment in for that garment. To put that chain of violence on, put that garment of violence and that chain of pride on you. And Jake don't have nothing, man. But they move with that same spirit of Esau, man, because that spirit is contagious in Babylon, man. It's easy to catch it.
That's why I said it was fully set in their mind to do it. You know, they're willfully ignorant, right? It says, their have more than their heart could wish. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. They set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth.
Yeah, Esau makes a whole doctrine that set his whole scientific doctrine, his pseudoscience is all set against the heavens. It's fully set against the heavens, man. He can tell you that there's billions and billions of planets out there, but all of that shit happened by accident. And you believe that man. You took that man, what that man said, and ran with it, man. He'll tell you that there is no God, but he can't explain how he can't get past the Van Allen belt and how it's all of these galaxies out there that's just chilling.
Right.
All these Earth-like planets that are out there just uninhabited and chilling. But he has set his mouth against the creator of all of these beautiful things, man.
I got it.
You got it, all right?
Job 21:13. They spend their days in wealth, and in a moment go down to the grave. Therefore they say unto power, depart from us, for we desire not the knowledge of thy ways. What is the Almighty that we should serve him? And what profit should we have if we pray unto him? Lo, their good is not in their hand. The counsel of the wicked is far from me. How often is the candle of the wicked put out? And how often cometh their destruction upon them?
Hey, how often? You think Babylon did something different?
Right.
They hit the grave? You think the Persians and the Medes, how often did this happen, man? How often did the wicked rule for a minute and get their ass dropped off where the Lord left them?
Come.
Picked them up, took them around the world and put them right back where they at, man. Ask them Egyptians, ask them Sudanese about Egypt and them pyramids and see what they got to say about it. In the day of affliction, there's a forgetfulness of that shit, man. You Negroes over here glorifying that, man.
Right.
They over there trying to survive. They trying to get clean water right now, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That's how the Most High did these other nations. They was wicked and they won for a moment, and then they went back to the grave, man.
Hey, let me get this in real quick. Just to back you up. This is Daniel chapter 4. I'm gonna start at 17. This matter is by decree of the watchers and the demand of the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the Slakia, the basest of men.
And the Lord set up the bottom of the barrel for the class of men on the earth, man. And that was the Lord showing his power. That I could take this insignificant nation of people in the Middle East, so-called, in the ancient world, Esau wasn't a factor, man.
Right.
Esau was trying to blend in with other nations and get a blessing, man. Ask Haman. He was over there trying to hug up with the Persians, the same ones he called East Indians, the same ones he trying to have war with.
Right.
He was in their court trying to get a blessing. The Lord took that same insignificant nation, man, and put them on top of everything, man. That's the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But how often do they go to the grave? How often do they win for a second and hit the grave where they belong, man? How often do they get put in the game and get put back on the bench?
I got a quick precept for what you just said. Sirach 10:10. The physician cutteth off a long disease, and he that is today a king, tomorrow shall die.
Hey, come on, man. Ain't nobody checking for no pharaohs in Sudan right now, man. Ain't none of them boys over there doing any of the customs they had when they was building pyramids, man. They over there trying to get their shit together, man. They trying to graduate from a third world country right now. But they was the greatest nation on the planet Earth at one time, man. Mind how quickly things can change, man. And that's the power that you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans have, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushua. He not dealing with the other nations, man. And that's his example. I've raised them up, and I put them back down. I put them in the game for a second, then I blew the whistle, and they got their ass back on the bench. And there wasn't nothing they could do about that. Nebuchadnezzar, he was feeling himself, and what happened? Now he out there eating with the cattle. Now that wet dew is touching his body every morning until he got his mind right, man. That's the power we serve, man. And that's why all the nations are against us. Because we the only nation that don't need weapons. We don't need an army. We don't need a military. We don't need none of that. All we need is the truth. That's all we need.
Let me get this. This Job 21:7. Wherefore do the wicked live, become old, yea, are mighty in power. Their seed is established in their sight with them, and their offspring before their eyes. Their houses are safe from filth, but they got them alarms. They're in them nice areas, gated up with security. It said their houses are safe from filth, neither is the rod of God upon them. We jump down, verse 19. Verse 18 said they are as stubble before the wind, and as chaff that the storm carry away. God left upon his iniquity, for his children he rewardeth him, and he shall know it. His eyes shall see his destruction, and he shall drink of the wrath of the Almighty. For what pleasure have he in his house after him, when the number of his months is cut off in the midst? Shall any teach power knowledge, seeing judges those are high?
Exactly, man. The Lord set up the nations before him the same way, man. Put them in castles, put them in behind big walls.
She said that.
Put them, gave them all the substance around about. Put all the heathen nations round about them in their hands. The Lord set up all the other heathen nations that he put in rulership the same way, and then brought their ass back down, man. And it's the same thing going on now, man. Only this time it's gonna be like no other time, man. The Most High is gonna make a real example out of this place, man.
Got a precept back. You were going into our weapons, our spiritual, right? So this is Maccabees telling his men. This is 2 Maccabees chapter 8 and verse 16. So Maccabees called his men together unto him, the number of 6,000, and exhorted them not to be stricken with terror of the enemy, nor to fear the great multitude of the heathen, who came wrongfully against them, but to fight manfully, and to set before their eyes the injury that they had unjustly done to the holy place, and the cruel handling of the city, whereof they made a mockery, and also the taking away of the government of their forefathers.
Hey, they took away our government, man. They took away our nation's government. And they destroyed our people, and they destroyed our people's ability to organize, man. They gathered themselves together under their actual heritage, man. That's why Esau hates this truth, because he didn't design it. He didn't manufacture this and feed it to our people. He didn't give this to our people. He gave us Egyptology. He gave our people the banner of African American. He gave you Negroes Kwanzaa. But he ain't give us this truth, man. That's why he's resisting. He's trying to fight against this truth, man.
Good.
You got it, brother.
Verse 18. But they said he trusts in their weapons and boldness, but our confidence is in the Almighty power, who at a beck can cast down both them that come against us and also all the world.
At a beck, man. At a beck, no matter where you at on the planet. As long as you got this truth as a nation of people, ain't nothing that they can do to you. And the Most High done proved on many occasions. He done brought down many nations. Gideon with the 300 against a multitude, man. It's nothing for the Lord to bring us out of this situation, man. And we're about to see that, man. And the only reason it's not gonna happen quickly is because the Lord got some get back with these people, man. This nation gotta suffer, man. What they built, they gotta suffer for it, man. Them and their children. And for that sake, the Most High is gonna prolong this judgment, man. It's gonna be grievous. It ain't gonna be an easy in and easy out, man. You think about Babylon during the time of Nebuchadnezzar, it went down easy, man. Cyrus came through and the kingdom was changed overnight. New rulership, baby. This time it's gonna be transitioned a little different, man. People gonna have to suffer and die. Grievous deaths, man, before this whole chapter closed, man. And you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the only ones that can get out of this situation through the spirit of Yahweh Shemal Shah. For the first time in a very long time, this is something that the other nations can't be a part of. That's only made for you, and you don't want it.
And they hate that, man. They hate to be left out, man. They hate it.
And 2/3 of Jake hate for them to be left out.
Right.
Yeah.
They hate them, man. Hey, if Esau can't get it.
I'm about to say, they hate for who to be left out.
Right.
Let's keep it real.
Esau.
If Moab can't make it.
Right.
If the Arabs was Esau, they wouldn't give a damn.
Right.
You know?
They don't care about the other heathens.
No, man.
Only Esau, man. You got it.
It's Romans, we keep going around it, might as well.
Got
Romans
to.
chapter 9.
Got to.
Might as well, man.
Done.
We're waiting to jump on it. Romans 9, I'll start at 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with Yahweh? Yahweh forbid.
Right.
For he saith to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion.
And it ain't like the Most High just chose an innocent bystander. Nah, the so-called white man got actions to back up his wickedness, man.
Right.
Check his resume. When the Most High say he made a vessel unto dishonor, a vessel of wrath fitted for destruction, that man got a resume to fulfill that
Right.
title.
Done.
Modus operandi.
Yeah, the Most High ain't just pick somebody out the crowd, innocent bystander riding
Yeah.
a bicycle, get hit up. Nah, man. The Lord got the right target, and he got the whole resume to back it up, man.
Got a whole void he got to fill.
We check Esau Edom's his Carfax, man. That man is guilty. You check that man Carfax. If not, where and who is he, man?
Con. Hey, Con. If not him, where he at, man? Who did it?
When you check his Carfax, say fugitive,
Right.
vagabond,
Everything
freed
red.
from justice,
Right.
Everything red, man.
Racketeering.
most
Right.
wanted.
Yeah.
All the lights on
Got all
him.
the charges, murder,
All the
manslaughter,
charges, man.
everything.
Hey, and the Esau don't have no problem putting people down, putting to death.
Identity theft.
Esau ain't got no problem with that,
Adultery.
man. You got a laundry list, Esau go ahead and put you down, man.
Earth destroying.
He even give you a last meal and all that, man.
Yeah.
What you want, steak and potatoes?
Oh,
before
yeah.
we-
Oh,
before
yeah.
you- Before we punch you out?
Come, give you a
Well, the
nice
Most High
meal.
gave him a whole world to enjoy before he punched his ticket, man. He gave him a whole rulership.
Yeah, he did.
You know, you gonna get executed.
Right.
But I'm gonna give you some rec time, all right?
Right.
We're gonna even it out. I'm gonna compensate you. You wanna rule? You wanna be wicked, orgies, whatever you want. Do your thing.
Merciful. Lord, I wish I was merciful. Isaac was merciful, man.
Done,
He was
done.
crying like a little bitch. Bless me also, Father. Bless me. Bless him. He was merciful. He ruled more than any other heathen nation, man. You had 3 chances, man. The Greeks, the Romans, and now.
Hey, this is the strongest rulership any other heathen nation has ever had, man. When you think
Persians,
about it.
The Persians, they ruled once. The Babylonians, the Hamites, they ruled once. Moab, we don't even count Moab as a rule. They didn't even rule like that.
Hey, Moab ain't been ruling since Numbers.
Hey, Isaac told him. Isaac
Moab
said,
been
look.
on ISIS, the book of Numbers. He out of there.
Hey, Isaac said, look. I already gave it to your brother. But I'm going to give you this sword. Go take what you want.
And wield it however you will.
You're right.
Hey.
Go take what you want.
That's the beautiful thing about Yahweh Shemel
But
Shah.
know this.
right, good.
Hey, he was gonna be he was gonna have to walk the green mile, but the Most High compensated him.
Right.
All right, you can have a rulership, you can have dominion.
Right.
You can have the strongest dominion out of all the heathen nations.
Done.
And Esau's smart with it. He ain't say the nation of Edom is in rulership. You got the French over here, you got Russia, you got America. They
Right.
chopped their whole nation in the landmarks. They got internet. They done took over the world in a stronger grip than they ever had in the Roman Empire, man.
Yeah, man.
And that's their compensation for the execution that's about to happen, man.
Sins and reach into heaven, man.
Hey, what if the Most High willing to show his wrath, man? Suffered this shit, man.
Done.
The Most High suffered this shit here, man. He suffered it longer than we suffered it, man. So if he waiting, we damn sure can wait a little longer, man.
It says, so then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of Yahweh that showeth mercy. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might shew my power in thee.
Hey, so because Esau was living, man. This man been living from the top of his shelf to the bottom of his shelf for Edomites, man. The bottom shelf, 6-pack Joe Smoke. He could clean his shit up and get his act together overnight, and he could come up and get a salary job.
Done. Yeah. Done.
Meanwhile, the vessel of mercy, they done had to suffer, man. We had to go through the punishment of being the firstborn of the nations. The chosen nation of Yahweh Shemel Shah. We had to suffer being chastised, man. While the other nations were winning and taking turns with the rulership of the planet, we were building up their kingdoms, man. Every time, man. It ain't like the vessel of mercy, we was just in flip-flops the whole time and we just about to slide in, eating sunflower seeds into the kingdom of heaven. No, man, through much tribulation. even 2/3, man. The only difference is that they reject their actual heritage. They still going through the curses right now. They out there sweating and going through all of the hell that we are going through. The only thing different is we got the comfort of the scriptures, man.
Right. You got it up.
It says, therefore hath he mercy on whom he will have mercy, and whom he will harden, and whom he will he harden him.
And to show you how tough the Most High is, this is what mercy looks like. What we went through is what mercy looks like.
Come on.
That show you how hard the Heavenly Father is, man. This is what mercy and love looks like.
What's love?
Yeah. If there was any love that you can indicate on a nation of people on the planet Earth, it's Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And look where we at, man. Look at our history, man. That's love and that's mercy.
So if I may say this, the covenant that we made with the Most High, according to the covenant, we should have all been put
Right.
a long time ago, man. So the Lord is showing us abundant mercy right now.
Tough love, like the brother just said, man.
Love. You only do that for someone you love, bro.
Right, right.
You don't do that. You don't do that for
That's
just
why,
anybody. You know
hey,
what I'm saying?
chastening. Hey, take the chastening, man. Take it and be glad, man.
Until you plead our cause, man.
Done.
Because at the end of the day, we did it. You know, just like Esau ain't no innocent bystander, hey, we ain't no innocent bystander. It wasn't like we was over there on the west coast of Africa minding our business, being righteous.
Done.
We wasn't over there being righteous. The reason we was over there in the first place was because we was being wicked. We ran from one judgment to run into another one, man.
Done. Hey, that's cold.
It is cold, bro. Fleeing another judgment. One judgment being ran into another.
Ran into another.
And the mercy of the Lord is clear, man. But you can only understand it when you put your emotions to the side, man.
Right.
And that's what it's about when you come back to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's that humility. Being able to say, all right, emotions set aside, this is what it is, man. Cut and dry, man. We wasn't innocent. We wasn't over there on the west coast of Africa being innocent bystanders. Just like we wasn't in Jerusalem in 70 AD being righteous.
Right.
Lord, why the Romans gonna cut? Nah, man, don't play that game with Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you know what we was doing, man. If you actually understand the scriptures, you know what we was up to, man. Orgies and garments. Hitting the temple by day and eating mouse by night. Your wife is in there worshiping the Queen of Heaven, and you see the shit, you ain't say nothing.
You ain't say nothing, man. Come on, that's Jeremiah
Then you
44,
go tell her
man.
something, and she said she gonna do the shit anyway. And we was doing all of that in the land of Israel, man. Just like Esau got a resume, our resume stacked just as high, man.
Real.
In transgressions, man.
Let's not forget, you turned your back on the Holy One of Israel, man.
First and
You
foremost.
said, let the sin be upon us.
Right.
So, hey, that was grave sin, man.
Come.
So this is mercy.
And you turned it back again, so hey.
Hey, this is mercy. Hey, this is
Same
mercy.
shit all over again.
This is a plea deal. Make no mistake, this is a beautiful plea deal. We got off with a smack on the wrist, and we're gonna see that in the kingdom more so than now. Right now, I don't feel like a smack on the wrist.
Come on.
It feel like more than we can take. And the Most High gotta remind us every day. He gotta put something in the tank to let us know, hey, you got a little bit more in you.
Hey, but you know, come on now, still like.
You got it, brother.
Hey, guys, just be thinking, man. All that what they did to us in slavery, bro. When they used to tie a man to a horse and slap the horse on that and split him. We used to cut brothers' rods off, man. Rape your woman in front of you, hang you, and let you stay up all day. Bro, that's mercy, bro. Cutting off a man rod in slavery. Bro, all them things that happened, bro.
That's why the Lord was
I
starting
should've
to
think about it.
That's why he
got
said,
burned alive.
that's why he said, while they had get liberty, they
Right.
They abused me, man.
Right,
They
right.
misused the prophets. They
Right.
mocked, they scoffed, they scorned. So what's left? Death by pain, man.
Help by pain.
What else you gonna do?
Come.
I got one.
The Lord had it. What else could he have done?
You know what I'm talking about? You got it.
This is Sirach chapter 16 and verse 11. And if there be one stiff neck among the people, it is marvel if he escape unpunished. For mercy and wrath are with him. He is mighty to forgive and to pour out displeasure. As his mercy is great, so is his correction also. He judges a man according to his work.
Hey,
You gotta go say real quick, like the brother was saying, what more could the Lord do, man? He put the bases of men over you.
Right.
He put the worst nation ever,
Worse.
man.
The worst.
The
man.
Persians, Ishmael, they weren't as bad as this, man.
Right.
No other nation was did you like Esau, Edom, man. That's crazy.
I got a precept. in Zechariah 11:5, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not.
Yeah, because the other nations came up off of our torment.
Right.
The other nations profited from our the blood and the sweat and the tears that we had as a nation of people. They all came up and they said, Blessed be the Lord, or blessed be Allah.
Right.
For I am rich. Because before Esau touched us, Ishmael was over there getting busy, man. He mastered this form. But it was all on us, man. Our terrible decisions put us here, man. And it ain't like the Most High gave us many lifelines, man. Go through Numbers, go through Judges. Check the Most High's mercy resume. It's extensive, man. And it got to a point where now the Lord is like, look, I'm done punishing niggas, man. Y'all think that this is y'all done turned y'all whole punishment into something to glory in, man. Y'all make music videos about being in captivity, man. Y'all glorify being under curses, wanting to kill each other.
Got another precept.
Y'all love the nation I put over y'all more than y'all love me.
This James 5:1. Yeah, man. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your misery that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. You have lived in pleasure on the earth, and been wanton. You have nourished your hearts as in the days of slaughter. You have condemned and killed the just.
Hey, they nourished themselves in slaughter, man. They got fat off of fraud, man. The brother bring up the Frank White quote, you got fat while I was gone, man. Most High was sitting back, chilling, watching you, peeping you, man. Watching how you move when the whole world is in your hands, man. When you in the power seat, and watching how you move across the planet. And now the Most High is going to call to mind your iniquity. You got it up.
Verse 5 say, ye have lived in pleasure on the earth, and been wanton. Ye have nourished your hearts as in the days of slaughter. Hey
man, Esau take a baby off the Esau could run up in the hospital and take somebody newborn right now, go sacrifice it, ain't nothing gonna happen to him, man. He could pull any of these females off the streets and she'll disappear, never be seen or heard from again. And he can put her in some little place where he sacrificed her to Molech or something.
Right.
You got the DuPont guy, he molested his fucking daughter.
Yeah.
He raped his own daughter, did no fucking time.
No time.
Yeah,
and you that's the pleasure your sick mind has allowed you to live in, man. That ain't pleasure to us, but that's pleasure to you, man. And you live like that deliciously, man. While the Lord sat back and watched you do this shit, man. But now it's get back time, man.
And somebody hold Psalm 50 and 20. Verse 6 say, ye have condemned and killed the just, and he doeth not resist you, man.
Hey, Jake ain't resisting, man. Jake ain't trying to flee Babylon for real. It's just it's a nice quote Jake put on social media. Man ain't trying to go nowhere, man. Man's not trying to leave.
Right.
Man's not even trying to change his ways, man. Jake like this shit, man.
Hey, you got these young Israelites talking about the 400 years it was up. August the 19th, 2019. We leaving with great substance. Y'all niggas don't want to go nowhere, man.
Jake don't want to go nowhere, man.
What is that condition called where the new captive
Stockholm syndrome. You know I agree,
yeah, Jake ain't going nowhere, man. And that's why the Most High done with the punishment. Y'all done made music videos off your punishment. You ain't crying to me. You talking about how you gonna catch a body. You know how you gonna smash your homeboy's chick. Don't leave your girl around me. Like you glory in this shit, man. Like you love this shit.
And all this wicked shit, man.
But the songs of our forefathers used to be about how they took down the enemy, man.
Right.
How David slew his 10,000 songs.
Right.
You know, they was making songs about how we destroyed the enemy. Now they're making songs about how we destroying ourselves.
Right.
Hold on. Who's running music industry?
Esau.
Amalek.
Yeah.
Right.
See, we used to make so-called conscious rap, right? So-called Black Power, UNITY, all this shit.
Right.
Then you had the fucking the Iovine guy, Jimmy Iovine,
Right.
so-called Jew.
Right, right.
All these so-called
Yeah,
Jews came
yeah.
in and took over the music industry, man.
Hey, and like I forgot what elder it was, but he went into, I don't know if it was Yahshua, but he went in. He was saying that these devils, they know we took them down, man. So they getting back right now. They getting back.
Yeah.
Hey, for what we did to them in the ancient time, man. So they getting back, man.
Scripture say they got a perpetual hatred.
Right, come.
We might have forgot,
Right.
but they ain't never forgot.
No, I ain't never forgot.
That's why it's in their spirit, them goddamn niggas.
Right.
It's just in their spirit, man.
Yeah.
You get any little confrontation come up, that's in their spirit.
Right, yeah. So going back to what you were saying, right? This song is Isaiah 30 and 10. We say to the seer, see not, read 9. This is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord, Yahweh. We say to the seer, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. This is my point, verse 11. This is what Jake's saying. Get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us.
Yeah, so Jake don't want to hear that he got to change. Jake don't want to hear that the Holy One of Israel is calling him back and that we can't stay in Babylon no more, man. Because Jake don't want to go home, man.
Right.
And Jake mind, he is home, man. Right under the crevices of the devil, man. And he's completely satisfied, man. But only a third of our people actually want to see justice, man. Actually want to get out of here, man. Matter of fact,
And going back to what the brother said about the Stockholm Syndrome, right? Verse 12 say, wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because you despise his word and trust in oppression. What is oppression? If you trust in oppression, that's called Stockholm Syndrome, man.
this is Isaiah chapter 1
Yep.
and verse 5. Why should ye be stricken anymore?
Right.
Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick and the whole heart faint.
You know how tired of slacking.
No, you good, brother.
You know how tired a parent has to get with you to be to the point to where he's like, why should I even whoop you?
Right. It ain't gonna do no good.
Why am I dealing
Every time I whoop, you go out and do something worse and worse every time.
Why am I even dealing with you?
And that's the worst thing. That's the worst thing somebody can do to you, bro. Is just ignore you and give the fuck up on you. Give up. You ever seen a teacher just give up on a student? You just had that one student that the teacher kept trying to save, and then after a while she was just like, I'm done.
Done. Yeah, man.
I'm done. Ain't nothing else I can do for you.
When you think how it really played out, man, the Most High allowed us to be castrated, burned alive, hung, your woman raped, your woman summoned to the master's house just to be given back to you.
That's crazy.
And she done all kind of manners of all kind of shit.
Yeah,
Ain't no telling what he done with her.
Damn.
And the Most High had them documented.
Yeah.
So even when you had liberty, you could still remember and go back and see how you got here and what happened when you got here.
Done.
But you only revolted more and more. So at that point, if I can't burn you alive to teach you nothing, if I can't castrate you and have your woman be raped in front of you to make you change, it's over with, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to see no more slavery movies. I'm tired
Right.
of it.
Yeah.
I had
Snoop and
enough.
Steve Harvey. Yeah.
I know it already.
Damn
I don't
devil.
want to see it no more.
Right. Lord say he gonna put us in remembrance, man.
Like that devil that was talking to you, talking about something. Yeah, we did do that.
Yeah,
They
my
got
boss.
that-
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they got that
He said,
spirit.
yeah, we were savages. Fuck.
Hey, cause Esau look at that shit like a wet dream, man. That's why Esau love them slave movies, man. He look at that shit like his wet dream, cause he want that shit again.
Hey, and I just think the Lord was merciful, man. He just turned that switch off on them, man. They be nice. They don't know why, man. They shall seek to please the poor.
Yeah,
They don't
yeah.
know why.
They don't-
How much man got that
Come.
spirit on them. We
Come.
gonna turn that switch back off, man.
Hey,
And they
I
gonna
can
go back
see
to
it
their
too,
raw
bro.
spirit, man.
I can see it, bro. When I see it, bro.
Hey,
I be at
cause
work.
them crackers up north were just as racist as the ones down south.
Yeah, man.
Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Lincoln was just as racist. Lincoln ain't had no intentions of eating Thanksgiving dinner with you niggas, man.
Done.
He said if it was up to him, you niggas would be on a boat with that one-way ticket back to
Right.
where we picked you up from.
Right.
And Jake look at Lincoln like he's some kind of hero, man. And he ain't fuck with y'all, man.
That man had slaves, man.
Yeah, it's like, right.
Excuse my French, man. But it's the truth, man. And the Lord had Esau document his own wickedness so you can look at it and see what you did, where you came from, man.
Done.
And all you did was revolt more and more. You went from singing love songs to singing about adultery, man. Straight up. You went from community to wanting to kill each other, man. Straight up. You went from wanting to kill the devil to wanting to kill each other, man. Straight up.
Right, straight up.
Hey, you can't beat them, join them. You can't beat them, join them.
That's the slogan.
Don't kill him, master. Let me do it.
Right.
Looking ass, man.
Right.
Most High is no longer gonna sit back touching this wickedness, man.
Oh man.
This shit is over with, man.
Gotta pray for you. To get to the point, right? This Isaiah 65 and verse 5. This is what Jake say too. Which say, stand by thyself, come not near to me, for I am holier than thou. The Lord say, these are smoke in my nose, a fire that burneth all the day.
Hey man, if you know how annoying smoke is in your nose or smoke in your face. Hey man, the Most High is upset with 2/3 of our people, man. Cause this ain't, you have surpassed the deeds of the wicked, man. They ain't even out here like you out here, man. You ain't got, and you out here for no reason, man. Jake killing each other for free. It ain't even over money no more. Jake just killing each other for the love, for the thrills, man.
Oh, it's called you don't got no name. You don't got no name if you don't got no bodies on you, man. If you don't got no dead bodies, you don't got no name.
That's how you get a reputation with 2/3 of our people, man. You gotta kill your own, man. You gotta destroy your own community to get some stripes with Jake, man.
And they don't got no E bodies, all Jake bodies, man.
Yeah. Bro, that ain't
This verse 6. It said, behold, it is written before me, I will not keep silent, but will recompense, even recompense in their bosom, your iniquities and the iniquities of your fathers together, saith the Lord Yahweh, which have burnt incense upon the mountains, Babylon the Great, and blasphemed me upon the hills. Therefore will I measure their former work into their bosom.
And that's what the Most High is starting to do now, man.
Done.
Now all of that WIC, all that Medicaid, all that Medicare, all them stamps, them EBTs, hey, the Most High is gonna put somebody in that position to get rid of all them benefits, man.
Done.
Since your ass enjoyed them without even thinking about them.
Oh, it's a lot. And look, all these ones, they getting all that, right? And what your kid gotta get? Gotta take them Ritalin drugs. Now we gonna take all of that away. Now your kids ain't gonna have no more drugs. They gonna be bugged out, and then they gonna a bunch of killers in the street, man.
And once they take those kids off those drugs, it fucks with their mental state. They're not the same no more.
Yeah, man.
They gotta go
Turn
through
into
withdrawal. They got
Right.
because they body used to the drugs now, so
Yeah.
they gotta go through a process of withdrawal. And when a lot of these people stop getting their drugs, you're gonna see a whole real life Joker movie out here in public,
Yeah.
man. It's gonna play out in 3D, man.
But those who are taking those, I think they call it anticoagulants, those blood thinners. You can't just go off of that immediately.
Right.
It take a process, and even then, they say it's dangerous. So when these people get off these medicines, they're just gonna drop like flies.
Man, all we need is beet juice for that.
And these people gonna be through, man.
Yeah, man.
You got half these men running around on testosterone. It withdraw from that shit. You're gonna lose all your strength.
Yeah.
You're gonna have, limp dick, all type of shit. You got these women on testosterone. Man, this place is bugged out.
Yeah,
These
man.
people are drunk
Putting
the
that
fuck up,
estrogen
man.
in the food, man.
Yeah, these people gonna lose their
Yeah,
goddamn
man.
mind, man.
Man, that's
Fuck up.
crazy.
Yeah,
That's crazy. Cause just like women put on makeup to hide the real them,
Yep.
this whole society is full of makeup. Drugs, alcohol, partying, clubbing, all of that is like makeup. When you strip all of that away, you gonna see the real, man.
And
That's the thing, bro. These people, they don't want to be by themselves, man.
Right.
You see these people in the world, turn off the fucking TV, turn off everything, and put them in the house. They lose their fucking
Yeah,
mind.
lose their mind,
They go fucking crazy. I'm bored. Bitch, shut the fuck up and sit down somewhere.
Hey, when we watch a movie like them Solomon Sane movies,
Yeah.
that's how it gonna be out here, man.
I can't wait,
A
bro.
bunch of Shadow Islands out here. Hey.
Yeah, bunch of Shutter Island.
Yeah, a bunch of Shutter Island. Yeah, that's what it is, Shutter Island. They gonna be
Bunch of
crazy
Leonardo-
out here, man.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Everybody on dope out here, man. Everybody's shot up on something, man.
Shot up on something.
These pills,
Hey, these motherfuckers can't go without their Coca-Cola, their Mountain Dew,
Right, bro.
their caffeine. These
bro,
people
just
don't
that
take
alone,
fucking
bro.
They
I'm
monsters.
telling you, all
You know they
drugs,
love that.
man.
They monsters, bro.
Hey, I heard this.
You got people addicted to food.
Con.
These people lose their
Hey,
fucking mind,
food is
man.
drug. Hey, food is a drug.
You got people
Drug
that
is a
wake-
food.
You got people that wake up and gotta eat, man.
Right,
They don't know how to
God.
fast.
No, none of that. God. Hey,
I can't
hey,
wait.
I was listening to the news And this guy said he never had Starbucks. He don't even drink coffee. Hey, he said it's a drug, man. That Starbucks, they put something, it's a drug, man. Hey, these J's gonna be boiled out, man. And that's just on a low level. All they want on these pills and, man, everything, man.
Hey, this is Daniel chapter 12 and verse 1.
Come.
And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book.
You can't even understand what type of trouble that is, man.
Hey, that's the beauty of the Most High, man, because he made all of these things easily convenient.
Right.
Coffee,
Easy.
more than any other nation before, any other kingdom or society or civilization, all of these luxuries are easily accessible, man. Amazon, all of these different luxuries.
Right.
But that's gonna make it worse when all of these things are snatched away. Then you really gonna see the animal in people, man.
Yeah, man.
Because they're so used to these luxuries, once they're taken away, they're gonna literally go insane, man. If you think people got mental illness now, imagine with them without treatment. Because everything out here is really just a treatment for their
It's a
mental
treatment.
illness.
Come.
Social media, that's a treatment for their mental illness. Narcissists, you know?
Exactly. They got self-esteem issues.
Right.
They need the likes and the attention.
Right.
Validation.
That calm them down.
Oh, man.
They
Oh,
see-
yeah.
that's
Social
what-
media calming down.
That's what it is.
Ooh.
Especially the women.
That's
Because
cool.
women love attention, man.
They love it.
Your man, you with your man you might get into with your man, what you do? You go on first, titties all out. You want the praise from the world, man.
They like validation. Yeah, they like validation. And this is a world of hyper version of narcissism, man. All these people are
Lovers
narcissists.
of self, like the
Walking around with their own reality show and they call it a Instagram page, man. All with a special quote in a video about bullshit, man. All to make them feel like they're on a level, man. I ain't gotta be Kevin Hart, I can be me with my 300 followers, and I can have my own TV show with my 300 followers. All I gotta do is post every day.
Right. That's it.
But that's self-medication for narcissists, man. And the majority of these people have become narcissists in the system. That's what social media does, man. It turns these people into
You
self-centered
can be your
narcissists.
own superstar.
You ain't gotta have 1 million followers. You can have 200.
You ain't gotta hear the negativity. You can
Right.
turn the comments on. You can
Right.
block the people.
Right,
So
right.
you got nothing but people praising your stupidity.
Right.
You know? You could be as fat as you want. You could be the most shittiest motherfucker you want. Hey, girl, you look good, baby.
It's a cup of
Right.
tea. It's a cup of tea for everybody. To feed your lust and to nurture your mental illness. So it don't get better, it get worse.
You say to nurture your mental.
Yeah, it get worse. So when the Most High take all of that shit away,
The whole head.
that's gonna be like taking a junkie off heroin, cold turkey.
Cold turkey, y'all. No, that's
Sweats.
why it's gonna be a whole lot of walking deads out here.
Sweat? Hey, cold sweats.
Your kids, you gonna have to deal with your children. The fucking iPad ain't gonna work.
And you know, if you know you try to take a junkie off that fix, and he willing to wreck something, man.
Oh yeah.
So how much more of these people, man?
That's why the race war is gonna pop off, because they gonna really focus on who the enemy is at that point.
They're gonna try to take their frustrations out, just like in the time of slavery, right after slavery, when the so-called poor white farmers didn't have jobs and they were frustrated with their economic condition. That's when Jake started getting lynched, because now they need an outlet for all that anger.
Yep.
So when all of these distractions, when the bars close up, shut down, when the liquor gets scarce and you gotta kill for a bottle of Hennessy, all of these mental illnesses are only gonna get worse, and you're gonna see it out here in the public, man.
And then the men of the Lord, we're gonna be as pilgrims upon the earth. So you're gonna remember that we've been telling you these things is coming. You're gonna be real. You're even gonna be more pissed. You can't. You're gonna be looking for the men of the Lord. You can't find us. It's gonna be
They
beautiful.
always
man.
be on this corner. Wait a minute, they be over there sometimes when it's raining.
It's gonna be beautiful, man. These people gonna lose their fucking mind.
Bro, I can't wait, bro. I'm ready to get the hell up out of
And
here.
you've been warned, man. You've been warned, man. Meanwhile, the Most High was playing chess with your checker ass, man. You was out here moving little checker pieces, man. The Most High was moving kings and rooks and bishops and shit. You was out here on a pawn thinking you run shit, man. A pawn with a selfie stick. Come on, man.
This is 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1, because all of these things that the brothers are talking about is prophecy. It says, this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truth breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof.
Yep.
From such turn away.
And when it comes to wickedness, Esau's the greatest of all time, man. So what is he gonna do with those illnesses? He's gonna nurture those things, man.
Yeah,
He's gonna give you avenues so those things get bigger and spirituality gets smaller, man. And that's exactly what he did with this world, man. That man ain't give you just one social media outlet. He gave you about 5 or 6 and counting, man. You want to be a narcissist, he got about 7 apps.
Yeah, and that's what they say, follow me on this, follow me on this.
Yeah.
And then he gave you technology so you could be the fattest, slobbiest, ugliest motherfucker. He gave you filters. So you ain't even gotta look good no more. You can just add the filters.
Right.
And you can have and you can have an opinion and you feel like your opinion is important, man.
You can Photoshop the shit.
Everybody doing
that.
that.
Fat bitch and just Photoshop the shit.
Yeah.
Everybody look good.
Yeah.
I could be as rich as I want. I could, you live in a false life on the internet.
You can be a woman.
Shalom, brother.
But hey, it's all gonna come to an end, and you're gonna have to go cold turkey without it, man. You gonna go from doing that shit, thinking about your next post, thinking about your next caption, how you gonna get this many followers, and the Lord just gonna close this whole chapter, man. And you got the cold turkey. You ain't even gonna have internet.
Yeah.
Just the fact that you ain't gonna have internet, fuck the social media apps, you're not gonna have internet access.
He gonna go
Then your little
crazy.
funky ass opinion not gonna matter in that day, man. You're gonna be more worried about keeping your head on your goddamn shoulders
Yeah,
than
man.
to have an opinion about what's going on in the world, man. Because that's what social media did. It made these women feel like they're worth more than they really are,
Right.
and it made these men feel like they can have opinions about things that they don't even have no business commenting on, man. Smooth interlude by Jake. Hey, Jake with the smooth commercial break. Jake got the smooth commercial break. Commercial break brought to you by Jake.
Players want to play,
Hey, that's spiritual. Hey, that's spiritual.
Good.
Hey, we want to play. Hey, we want to play.
They got a slow jail slow.
Hey,
Hey, come on.
You got the slow jail
Hey,
slow.
we want to play. We want to ball, but we want to do it in righteousness, man.
this Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 20. Declare this in the house of Jacob, and publish it in Judah, saying, hear now this, O foolish people, and without understanding, which have eyes and see not, which have ears and hear not. Fear ye not me, saith the Lord Yahweh?
Yeah,
Will ye not tremble at my presence,
yeah.
which have placed the sand for the bounds of the sea by a perpetual decree, that it cannot pass it?
Hey, but you scared of Esau though?
Right.
Yahweh Shemal Shah made an ocean that this man can't even touch the bottom of, and you scared of this man?
Right. Come.
That's who you obeying over Yahweh Shemal Shah?
You got so much power, man. That you said, in a perpetual decree, man. All the power that the ocean have, when it comes up as a tsunami, it destroys everything.
Right.
But you gotta obey the Lord, man.
Right.
You got high tide and low tide, man.
Right,
You
right.
gotta obey, man.
Come.
But you don't want to fear the Lord?
Yeah,
You
man.
out of your goddamn mind?
Bro, that statement in itself just put a fire in your stomach. That's just
when
like,
I read that like 10 times. I was like, God damn, that was like some cold.
that put a feeling in, a tingling in your stomach when you think about that kind of power, man. But you scared of Esau?
Right.
A hollow tip with Esau and the Most High? Come on, man. Is there even a comparison there, man?
No,
Earth is 70% water, huh? 70%
Yeah.
water.
And the Most High got some things down there that Esau can't even fathom, man.
Right.
The Most High got squids down there that's damn near bigger than buildings.
Come.
Fire.
It's a wonder that the sea don't even swallow up the land that it's on, man.
Yeah,
With these
man.
islands.
It was just a big bang.
Right.
And that's your power, man.
Good.
That's your power, man. This is a invitation only the family. All that power the Most High God, he only dealing with your nation.
Good.
You only have I known. And Jake, man, it's crazy, man.
It reads on, it say, and though the ways thereof toss themselves, yet can they not prevail. Though they roar, yet can they not pass over it. But this people have revolted and a rebellious heart. They are revolted and gone. Neither say they in their heart, let us now fear the Lord Yahweh, our power.
And only Jake would leave a mansion and go swim in shit.
Good.
Only Jake would do that, man.
Backstrokes and shit.
Only Jake would leave
a.
Only Jake would do that, man. When you really think about it, only Jake would leave a mansion and go swim in shit. I don't deserve to be in a mansion. Where's the nearest shit pool? I don't want to be in no mansion. And you telling Jake, look, bro, it's showers over here, it's soap. You ain't even gotta smell like that no more. I don't deserve to not smell like this. Being a shit swimmer is all I know.
Being a shit swimmer, shit eater, you tell them about the dietary law, man, you eating shit, man. They don't want to hear it, man.
But only our people would leave a spiritual mansion to go swim in shit, man. And be proud of it. Brag about it. Make music about it. Wear it on t-shirts. Talk about it boastfully as if it's something to boast about. Only our people would do that, man.
Real.
Check me out on my on my 4th and Woodlawn 20th Street shit pool. Jake could make a whole music video about how he's swimming in shit and he loving it. Backstroke, right stroke, breaststroke.
They got about that shit. I'm from this set. I'm this set. This set. Where you from? I'm from here.
And you would leave.
About that shit,
would leave a mansion. Only our people would do that. Would leave a mansion because they feel like they don't belong in it, man. To go swim in shit, man. And that show you that the whole head is sick and the heart is faint. There's no confidence in our nation as a nation of people, man.
Right.
For them to actually not even take hold of their heritage, man. To reject their heritage, to be called what the so-called white man told them to be, man. A color in the crayon box.
Come.
Since when were we historically black, man? That's what happens when you look at the world through the eyes of a colorless man. Everything is about color.
It reads, let us now fear the Lord Yahweh our power, that giveth rain, both the former and latter in his season. He reserved unto us the appointed weeks of harvest. Your iniquities have turned away these things, and your sins have withholden good things from you. For among my people are found wicked men, they lay wait, as he that setteth snares, they set a trap, they catch men.
And a perfect example of that is Jake in the hood. OGs and YGs.
Come.
See a young Jake, and instead of guiding him in the right direction, you make him a young gangster.
Right.
So you show him how to be wicked early. Wicked men laying in wait, man.
Train a child up in his youth, man.
Right.
How to be righteous so you won't have to worry about it.
Right.
Same thing with wickedness.
Yeah, facts.
Say, as a cage is full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit. Therefore they are become great and waxing rich. They are waxing fat, they shine. Yeah, they overpass the deeds of the wicked. They judge not the cause of the fatherless, yet they prosper, and the right of the needy do they not judge.
And a perfect, crystal clear, perfect example of that is these pastors, man. Who live in these mega churches, who make salaries off of Jake bringing a last to the collection plate on Sundays.
Right.
They live salary, live luxuriously. Buy their wife a Lamborghini truck off of Jake's last. Jake grandma and us spending her last bit of money, putting it in a collection plate, and you buying Balenciaga shoes with it.
Right.
They really down and out, destitute, really looking for moral, sound advice, and you just give them complete bullshit, man. Straight bull, you know? They looking for help from the Heavenly Father. They looking at you, and you just feeding them lies.
And when you go into these churches, man, these pastors, man, they milking you for your money, while they go home to a luxurious house, while you go back to the fucking hood, man.
Right.
And that's every weekend, man.
Y'all Hebrew Israelites.
Steady selling people a dream, man. They selling people a dream.
And they live fat off our people's destructions. And that's your own people, man, and you know better.
And they'll even
Let me finish reading this. Shall I not visit for these things, saith the Lord Yahweh? Shall not my soul be avenged on such a nation as this? A wonderful and horrible thing is committed in the land. The prophets prophesy falsely, and the priests bear rule by their means, and my people love to have it so.
Yeah, it ain't about nations no more, brother.
Right.
The Gentiles are allowed in, brother.
Right.
You need to learn mercy. The law's done away with, brother. Leading people further into destruction, man. And you getting wealthy off of it, man. It ain't like you getting a little bit of money. You ain't making McDonald's money in these churches with these lies. You making football player money, man. You getting salaries, man. And all you do is work on Sunday. But you gonna have to pay for that, man. Hey, the Lord got a lot of people on a list, man. It's a long list, a laundry list.
Come.
And everybody going out in different ways, man. That's a fearful thing to be fall in the hands of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, man. And the Lord is merciful. He giving you the warning now.
Right.
You still got that YOLO spirit, man. You only live once, man.
Everybody got that spirit,
Yeah,
bro.
everything that Esau done fed them, they done ate that shit up without hesitation. Straight boo-boo platters, man.
Hey, as the judge is, so is the people.
Come.
Esau's the ruling class
Come.
of this world, man.
Hey.
Whether people like to admit it or not, they are the ruling class of this world. So their mindset and what they sincerely believe trickles down to every nation under them, man.
Right. And that
So they only live once. They have no resurrection unto life. So they're gonna feed that same shit to the other nations, man.
Exactly.
They go back to that Stockholm syndrome, man. They trust in oppression, man.
I got a quick drink. This is our Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2. For the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves, but not aright, our life is short and tedious. And in the death of a man, there is no remedy. Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave. For we are born at all adventure, and we shall be hereafter as though we had never been. For the breath in our nostril is as smoke, and a little spark in the moving of our heart, which being extinguished, our body shall be turned into ash, and our spirit shall vanish as the soft air. And our name shall be forgotten in time, and no man shall have our works in remembrance.
Right.
Hey, and that's how Esau
Fucking
feels,
devils, man.
Esau think that he's just gonna ride off into the sunset.
Huh.
He gonna die with his kids around him, and he gonna be giving all his kids advice.
right,
and then
right.
the soft violin music gonna play.
Right.
He gonna slowly close his eyes and go into the spirit world. No, man, they ain't playing out like that, man. But that's how Esau think it's gonna play out. All right, Joseph, you get the bank in Europe.
Right.
Bro, like the Most High don't see that he done killed a whole bunch of Israelites, cut off their rods, raped their wives, hung them, burnt them at the stake, done did all manner of wicked shit, experimented on pregnant women. Bro, you think the Most High gonna forget? Come on, man.
Crazy.
Hey, that's how Esau feel. Esau think he gonna go to the grave and he gonna be telling his kids how he a reformed criminal and shit. How he done a whole bunch of things he ain't proud of for them to have the shit that they have. And you know, nah, bro, it ain't gonna play out like that.
Come.
You probably gonna watch your kids get clipped.
Come.
The way the Most High movies play out, you might watch your kids get clipped.
They tell you that in Isaiah 13, man.
Most High might make him clip his
They
own
gonna see
kid.
their kids get dashed to pieces before their eyes.
Right.
Isaiah 13 and 16, man.
Since
And
you-
your wives gonna be ravished, man.
Since you think you gonna pass it on from generation to generation, let me
that
show
ain't
you what I'm gonna do with your generation.
Come,
then.
come, man.
Bro, the Lord is telling us how these people think, man. They not people, bro. They the vessels of wrath fitted for destruction, man. They got one speed.
Brute beast.
They got one gear.
One speed, bro.
Yeah, man.
One gear.
Yeah. Come.
They got two gears.
It ain't no safe.
High wickedness and low wickedness.
Right.
Like
Come.
tides. They got high tide and low tide. They can't
Come.
do nothing else with it.
Right.
Hey, for real. But it's all wickedness, man. It's all wickedness.
You got your precept? You got more on that?
You want to get one? Yeah, I got a little bit more. It says, and our name shall be forgotten in time, and no man shall have our works in remembrance, and our life shall pass away as the trace of a cloud, and shall be disappeared as a mist.
Hey, yeah, David Rockefeller think he slid off.
Right.
David Rockefeller think he did a Clint Eastwood in this movie. He just lit his cigar and just rolled off with the credits rolling.
Right, right.
You ain't get away, man. You still on the list, man.
Right. Him and Steve Jobs and what's the other guy that was in the chair? The smartest one that
Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, nah, y'all ain't sliding out, man.
You think you gonna talk all that shit and just ride off into the sunset?
Gun.
In chill mode.
John Wayne and them.
Come on, man.
And it says, it shall be dispersed as a mist
Right.
that is driven away with the beams of the sun and overcome with the heat thereof.
This how they think. This how them devils think.
This is what
You
they
got
think. It says, for our time is a very shadow that passeth away, and after our end there is no returning. For it is fast sealed, so that no man cometh again.
He
Right.
knoweth that he have but a short time.
He know that.
He
They know that.
He
man.
know that he have but a short
Yeah,
time.
man.
That's why his agenda
Ooh,
is
that's
moving
beautiful.
fast and sloppy. Cause now he had to hit the fast forward button on his agenda. Cause now the Most High making moves out here.
Gun.
You got it right.
Come on,
Beautiful.
therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present,
Right.
and let us speedily use the creatures like as in you.
Ooh.
Use and abuse, man.
Use
And they live their days in wealth and do all manner of wickedness.
And they hold themselves not guilty, man.
Gun.
Cause they don't think that there's a judgment for the actions that they do, man. That's why they live in these pleasures, man.
Exactly.
That's why you have these Edomites that are pedophiles, man. They don't feel no type of way, man.
No type of way. Yeah, I'll start back at 6. It says, come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures like as in you.
Well, them devils so serious.
Let us fill ourselves. Go ahead, Al.
That's why they killing off all these animals. They mass producing all this meat and produce because they know they have but a short time. They
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
use up
All the
everything.
GMO
Whatever the
food,
fuck they
right.
want. Why they got to?
Don't-
Well,
they wanna
I saw a video of an Edomite who took a fox by its two legs and just slammed it against the car until it died, man. Like that's how they living, man. They don't care about beasts. They don't care about none of that, man.
Right.
They living in their pleasure. They living in their glory right now, man. And they gonna deal. They plan on dealing with the consequences later, if there are any consequences,
Right.
man.
Hey, and that.
Overfishing, they over catching these lobsters out
Yeah,
the sea.
man. Everything. They don't catch everything, man. Everything, man. Hey, these devils, man. That's what the brother just said. Proverbs 12:10 say, a righteous man regard the life of his beast, man. Right? But Isaiah 26:10 say what? Let favor be shown to the wicked, yet they will not learn righteousness. So they ain't gonna do righteous, man. That's their lot to take a fox and beat his head against whatever until it die.
Because who can make a crooked thing straight?
Right. They was made crooked.
It was made crooked, bro. Hey.
Oh, you got more than that? Yeah, go ahead.
I got a little bit more, get a little bit better.
Real quick. Lamentations 4:21.
Con.
Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwelleth in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shall make thyself naked. It says, the punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins.
Right.
And his sins are being discovered, man. They're being called out first and foremost by the Most High, man. The Most High is using vessels of the nation of Israel, man. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, to call out the injustices, man.
Look, he like, yeah, look at like, yeah, that's them. Yeah, it's us.
I pulled that for the
Try to
main
take a
point,
picture.
though. They doing what the Lord told them. They doing what they supposed to be doing.
That's
man.
facts.
The Lord said to rejoice and be glad.
Come.
Live it up. You know?
Hey,
That goes. That's their point, man. They're the vessels of wrath fitted for destruction. This is what
Hey.
they're supposed to be doing.
And that's ironic that everything on the planet is serving its purpose except for you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man.
Right,
Because
right.
as wicked and as disgusting as Esau is, that's who he was made to be. He don't know no other way, man. And you try to put him in another, make him do another thing or be another way, that's like putting a dog in a sweater.
Right.
Shit ain't right, man. It ain't him. That just ain't you, B. That ain't you. Being righteous, being just, being fair, that just ain't you, B. That ain't your skill set. What you doing out here on the planet, that's who you is, man. That's who you are. Embrace who you are, man.
How can you do good that is a
it's impossible. You a vessel made for wrath and fitted for destruction. You supposed to enjoy your time and max it out, man.
Right.
Cause we gonna max you out when we get the opportunity, man.
Hey, it's like, hey, bro, we don't expect you to tell the truth now. You born speaking lies, man. That's your MO. We don't expect you to admit you're an Edomite. That's what an Edomite would do. You would deny it, man. If you admitted it, then you might be Israelite then, huh?
But hey, like y'all say, he know this is his lot, man, to be this way. Continuing on in this, it's gonna prove that, bro. It's gonna back up everything you just said.
You got it.
All right, let me start back at I'll start before I left 7. It says, "Let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointments, and let no flower of the spring pass by us."
And let's defile everything that we can get our hands on,
Right,
man.
right.
Let's get silk drawers. Let's get linen drawers. Let's get linen socks. Let's live it.
Right.
And that's the mindset of the elite of Esau, man.
What
Joe
they-
Sixpack don't got that kind of mindset, but the elites of his people do, man.
With they Steve Madden's on.
Yeah.
And Steve Madden, it red bottom.
That's why Jacob tried to buy a $5,000 pair of shoes trying to be like Esau. Esau doing that because this is his last go round, man.
Right.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna be able to do this shit no more.
Right.
Imagine him going into Macy's
Exactly.
and picking the most expensive thing in the kingdom. What Macy's? Come on, man. Esau ain't even gonna have a roof over his head. He gonna have a pit. So let him live it, man. Let him get Steve
dirty.
Madden.
Hey, we're gonna be dirty all day.
Let him get Louis
Smut gonna be all
Vuitton.
over them.
Let him live it up, man. That's why, hey, but that's a beautiful chapter, brother. That's a
Covered in
beautiful
smut.
chapter, man. That goes into what the brother was saying. Hey, rejoice and be glad. Let Esau max his credit cards. Let him brag about his 401k and his mortgage. Let him brag about them expensive shoes he bought. Let him flaunt his little ice. Cause when this shit over, he ain't coming back. Ain't no comeback. Ain't no we gonna rebuild the desolate places again. This shit's over.
Hey, the dude came on, held him nuts up our page and said, we own Hollywood. We run everything. They're like, yeah, we know. Thanks for letting us know that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
already
Yeah,
know.
that memo.
This is 8. It says, "Let us crown ourselves with rosebuds before they be withered.
Yep.
Let none of us go without his part of our voluptuousness."
Hey, that's why from the top of Esau down to the bottom, man, they win, man. They can have barbecues in their little neighborhoods and their suburban cul-de-sacs. Everybody knows everybody. Peter and Bob all getting together for game night on Thursday. Jake couldn't imagine no shit like that, man. Cause
Not
Jake
even.
got real problems to worry about. That show you that let not one of us not even be able to partake in this. That's that commonwealth of Esau, man. Just like on the right-hand side, we're trying to get our people to come back to what? The commonwealth of Israel. We were strangers from that, but now we're open unto the commonwealth of Israel. Because with these Edomites, again, they don't have to be Donald Trump to be successful in this world. They could just be a so-called white man. If they wear the right outfit and they pull up at the right restaurant, they'll look like a Forbes top 10, a billionaire. And you don't even have to know his name because you know the nation that he's a part of. That's the same thing that's gonna happen with Jake in the kingdom, man. You ain't even have to know that's Zachariah. If he pull up in Elam land, Elam gonna know to get right. Elam gonna know to pull out the plush, get the linen,
Right.
get that incense popping. You know how they like it. I heard them Israelites like frankincense and myrrh. We gotta get that popping.
Right.
Just like when Esau pull up and he look like expensive, what the restaurant do? Hey, it's go time.
Yeah.
We got a real one in the building.
Got big
Right.
money in the house.
Right.
Hey, we got a real one in the building. You don't know his name. He just looked like he.
Right. He that dude.
That's gonna be Israel in the kingdom, man. You got it, brother.
Good.
They pull up in the stores and shit. All people catering to them.
Yeah.
How can we cater
Oh
to
yeah.
Hey, they fix their shit up. You know the dude at the door when he see somebody and they done got out of something expensive. Yeah, go tell the chef.
Hey, get it right.
Hey, get the best of the best. We need the best wine. Hey, it's on the house. You ain't even gotta pay for it. All that
Right.
money you got, you ain't gotta pay for that.
Right.
Sit down. That's gonna be Jake in the kingdom, man. You got it, Rob.
All right, this the last bit. It says, I'm gonna start back at 9. It says, "Let none of us go without his part or voluptuousness. let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place.
Hey, just like Paul Mooney said, man, when I see a homeless person, I see a waste of so-called white skin. Because they could easily come up in their kingdom.
Yeah,
This your kingdom, man.
Gun,
You got the face for the case.
Right.
No face, no case. You got the face for the case.
Hey, stretch it. Hey, stretch out the spears of bone. You gonna get a loan. Off
Clean
the
it
ripple.
up. Clean it up. Clean it up.
But Esau Edom so damn wicked though. He made it hard for his own people to come up.
Yeah.
You gotta go to 4 years of college, then you gotta go in debt,
gotta
then you
agree.
gotta do all this bullshit, man. He made it hard for his own people.
He said you can live good, but my way, only
Right.
my way.
Damn.
Hey, and it says, for this is our portion, and our lot is this. So that's what he believed,
Yeah, that's
bro.
their lot. To
He
be
called
vessels
it.
of wrath, man.
Hey, that's their portion.
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
This is what was given unto them, man. And Jake, ain't no way for you to be joint heirs with Esau and Yahushua too, man. It don't work like that, man.
Gun.
That won't work.
Let me read this. It's Jeremiah 51 and 25. Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, saith the Lord Yahweh, which destroyeth all the earth. And that's their lot, man, to destroy the earth, man.
Oh.
And I will stretch out my hand upon thee and roll thee down from the rocks, which is your habitation, because you cave dwellers, right? And your skyscrapers, and will make thee a burnt mountain.
Hey, and that mountain, destroying mountain goes back to governments, man.
Gun.
Because when you look at Esau, this is how you know he's the wicked. Look at the condition of the earth for Esau to live how he living, man. Nebuchadnezzar ain't have to do half this shit to live how he lived.
Right.
King Solomon ain't have to do half this destructive shit to the planet to live how he lived, man. Look at what Esau's doing so that a few of them could be successful, man.
Yep. 13 families to be exact.
13 families out of his whole Edomite nation, man. And look at the condition of the planet for them to win, man. When you talk about America, look at how many other countries have to suffer for them to have Starbucks coffee, cold coffees and wine and tobacco and coffee when they want it. How many people had to die for them to have that, man?
Revelation 11 and 18.
Ooh, I was holding it to that spirit.
And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come in the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward to thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth.
Exactly. Because whether people want to admit it or not, the so-called white man is the ruling nation on the planet Earth right now. And with the world in his hands, he's destroying it, man.
Shalom, brother.
With the world being in his possession, he's destroying the earth, man. Because he has the power to change it. Jake don't have the power to change it. Jake could want to change something, but Jake don't have power to change anything, man. That power was given to the hand of Esau Edom for a portion of time. And his actions with the planet gives testament to who he is, man. He's the vessel of wrath fitted for destruction. Matter of fact, let's go back to Romans 9 and 22.
Oh, yeah.
Romans chapter 9, verse 22.
I got it.
Where you at? Stop that up.
This is
Read like 19, like
this is Romans chapter 9. We're gonna start at 18.
yeah.
And it reads, therefore hath he mercy on whom he will have mercy.
Matter of fact, read 17 up.
It's Romans 9 and 17.
To hit your point. To hit your point. Real quick. Habakkuk 2, look at this. Habakkuk 2 and 4 says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
Right.
But the just shall live by his faith.
And that's beautiful that the brother bringing that out, because Esau has more confidence in wickedness than you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans have confidence in righteousness, man.
Done.
And that's disgusting and it's shameful, man.
Done.
Because he's confident and proud in his wicked ways, man, but you're not confident and proud in what you've been given, which is way mightier and stronger, man. That's a shame unto our nation, man.
Yeah.
That you cleave unto the ways of the man that has done so much dirt and harm to you.
You got it. We just read a scripture that was talking about his mind. Right?
Yeah.
What did it say about it? You remember? You gotta get it.
That's Habakkuk 2 and 16.
2 and 16.
Yeah, it's either 2 and 15 or 2 and 16. Start at verse 15 though.
No, not that. He
Not
read,
that one?
He read that. No, he,
Yeah, about-
he had read something about the wine.
Oh, and wisdom of Solomon?
Solomon.
Yeah, oh, okay.
I keep on finding it out. It says, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. He that keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. That's your point.
He said, Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 7. Let us fill ourselves with costly wine
Right.
and ornament and ointments.
All his philosophies, all his lies, his ways of life, man, all his
Good.
bullshit. Okay? It says, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man.
Ooh.
Neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
And that's a bottomless pit, man.
God.
When you think about death
God.
never take a day off, man. Death never takes a day off, man. And that shows you the level of his addiction, man. To taking things that don't belong to him. He could never be satisfied. You could give him the Native Americans proved that, man. They would get a man the gold and he would still kill everybody.
Right. Yeah, man.
They would give him the gold before he even got to the village. And he killed the messengers and the village.
Bro, it was so crazy, man, because I was at the house and my wife was watching Avatar. And that's the only thing I could think of was the Native Americans, bro.
Yeah.
That whole
That's what that movie was about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Steven Spielberg
bro.
said that.
That's the first time I even, like, I was just sitting down on the couch and I was like, this is Gad and all the North,
Yeah, and Reuben and them, yeah.
God.
His desires as death, man. That man can't be satisfied, man. He will never be satisfied. There's nothing that you're gonna give Esau Edom to make him stop doing what he's doing, man. Because in his stomach is a bottomless pit, man. And you can put all kind of nice, beautiful, shiny things in it, and he's still gonna be hungry, man.
Con.
You know what's funny? Everything about him is death, man. Like his cars, for example. You know they got cars that run on solar panel, run on water, you know. But no, he want the chemicals, death.
Right.
Everything he does is
Right.
death.
Huh.
The foods he can grow them naturally. Nah, he need chemical death. The
Yep.
medicines. You know, instead of give you the herb that'll heal you,
Right.
he give you death, man.
Yup.
Everything about him is
Everything
death.
about him, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Everything he give you
That's
destroy you.
Con.
He give you your cell phone that destroys everything
Yup.
is death, man.
Well,
This man is a devil, man. And he got alternative means where it don't cause death.
yeah, they do.
Vaccine.
You got all type of alternative energy sources.
Right.
This man is a devil,
Nikola
man.
Tesla proved that,
Hey,
man.
this is a precept off the comic board. This is Yahar's Judah Israel. Proverbs 27 and 20. Hell and destruction are never full.
Right.
So the eyes of man are never satisfied.
Right. Right.
That's a beautiful precept, man. And that shows you, man, this man don't belong in rulership. And when Israel gets in rulership, he no longer has a place on the planet. Because there's no room on the planet for a nation with that kind of quality, man. You'll never really have peace on the earth. You'll always have to put out a fight.
That's why they got firemen. That's why they got polices.
Yeah.
Let me read it. It's Proverbs 20 and 1. It say, wine is a marker, strong drink is raging, and whosoever is deceived thereby is not wise.
Exactly. So if you deceived by Esau's philosophies, man, you're not wise, man. Because it's really stupid. It's really fairy tale. It's really more far-fetched than what Esau calls Christianity.
Science falsely so-called.
And his science, man. His science is all fairy tale, man. And it takes more faith to believe that there is no God than it does to believe that there is one.
Yeah, man. Come.
Because you got to put all kind of shit in between those big-ass spaces in your story, man.
Right.
So-called white man to tell you came from a one-cell organism through cosmic rain, man. That sounds like a Simpsons episode, man.
Yeah.
And you put it in science books and feed it to you Negroes, man. Come on, man. I would say wake up, but 2/3 of y'all ain't gonna get it, man. Even though it's blatantly obvious, man. This man ain't got it. He been playing a part. He filled his resume up with all kind of qualifications that don't fit him, man. And now you can start seeing the holes in his in his ability to do the job as ruler on the planet Earth, man. Jake get emotional, but this is a business. The planet Earth is a business.
Done. That's all it is.
The ecosystem is a business, man.
America is a business.
Right.
Everything about the planet and nature and how it moves, it involves business. Things have to be done without emotion.
Hey, that go to America, Babylon the Great. It's a corporation. It's a business, man. I was watching. I was going to do a lesson on that too. Corporation. America's a corporation, right? And when you look up a corporation, basically, a corporation is a person. It's an individual. It has rights, right? But now the corporation, its number one interest is what? It's stockholders, man. So basically, America being a corporation, its number one interest is its owners, man.
Right.
You know, they don't care about the people.
Right. No, we just cattle.
Like a
They
business.
said that.
Yeah, like a business. By law, a business has to always. It don't matter about the workers. They always have to please their their shareholders.
Right.
Right. And you're just your collateral.
Right.
Your dispenser.
Son, that's what I was gonna say. We got a few casualties. Hey, so be it.
Because you're disposable, man.
Done.
In any job, in any business, you're gonna have to lose employees, and they are right with losing the majority of their employees, man.
Done.
Because the business is still profitable for a moment. But now we're reaching the time where he's reached the end of his time limit, man.
Hey, they already done said that well they only want 500 million people on the earth, on the whole planet.
Earth
Or is that just in
nature.
or is they talking about just in North America? Is that just North America?
No, that's the
That's the
planet.
whole planet.
That's the planet.
Wow.
King Alfred planet.
Yeah.
Right.
Called the King Alfred planet.
500
Yeah.
million out of over 7 billion.
That's why he's not gonna cure cancer. That's why he's not gonna stop feeding you GMOs, man.
Done.
Because he don't benefit from you prolonging your life or bringing more life into the world, man.
Done.
That's why he's not gonna get rid of Planned Parenthood, man. Because he need all of these methods to keep the population down, especially the population of you Israelites, man.
Right.
Because you growing in number is not good for him, seeing that his birth rate ain't the same. They die more than they're born at this point. And you already know how that ends. We all know how that movie ends, man. So his only method is to bring down the ones to bring you down with him, man.
Done.
If I may say this, I remember somebody quoted, I don't remember who it was, but they're going into like these child medicines in hospitals, and they said that there's no money in healthy children. There's just no money in healthy people. That's why they offer all these medicines and drugs and stuff.
That's why they got health. That's why they got insurance, man. They accept the insurance companies, then they set up for you to get sick off the foods, and they sell you the medicine. So it's all back and forth game, man.
Think about it. I just said America's a business, right?
Done.
If I'm a business, right, I'm a healthcare provider, and you have a disease, why should I give you the cure? You're not gonna come back to me.
Right.
If I temporarily heal you, and you gotta keep coming back to
Right.
me, I'm gonna be in business for life.
That's
If I sell you a car that never break down, I'm gonna go out of business.
right.
My car gotta break down after so many
Right.
miles.
Right.
That's why I'm saying they have engineer. That's what they do. They test these cars so they break at a certain point, man.
Right,
So they
right.
break right after the warranty. They engineer that shit, man.
Yeah,
they run them through the damn machines over and over, and they say, okay, they're gonna break after 50,000 miles.
Right.
This man is a fucking devil, man.
Yeah.
That's when you go into those two words, doctor and physician. It's two different words.
Right.
The doctor just he just makes things look. I forgot what the exact word was for it, but
Basically,
doctor's a liar,
for
man.
lack of word, he sugarcoat.
yeah, he sugarcoat, but a physician actually offers the cure.
Think about it. If you have a document and you doctor it up,
Yeah.
you fix it up. You just edit it.
good.
Yeah.
Right,
You just
right.
doctor it up, man.
That's why they
what
give you
it
the
does.
medicine, and they just help the symptom. They don't cure the disease. Because if they cure the disease, like the brother said,
You out of business.
you out
Or
of
they
business.
profit. They profit on both sides.
Right.
So you got, I forget what the pharmaceutical company is, but it's the same company that made the opioid. They made the Narcopan.
Right.
To bring the people back from overdosing on the same product, man.
Good.
They selling the antidote.
Show you,
and
man, this man rotten,
They selling
man.
the drug and the
Hey,
antidote.
what
man
is
ain't
it
right,
called?
man.
When you go to jail and they help you wean off it, they give you if you're a heroin addict, they give you I forgot what it's called.
It's another one.
To wean you down while you in jail.
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the name.
But it's still the same
It's still
heroin.
an opioid.
It's just watered down.
Yeah. That show you, man. This man is the
Double,
wicked,
man.
This man is the wicked, man.
Wow.
He's the wicked, perfect timing. Look, I got a precept.
You got it?
I'm waiting. Job 27 and 13. This is the portion of a wicked man with Yahweh,
Come.
and the heritage of oppressors, which they shall receive of the Almighty. If his children be multiplied, it is for the sword.
Yeah, and that goes for you Swedish Edomites. Y'all ain't getting away.
Come.
You goddamn Scandinavian Edomites. We
Good.
see you too, champ. You Russian Edomites, you Yugoslavian Edomites,
Come.
you Australian Edomites. Y'all all on the hit list, man. Y'all look over here at your American brethren thinking that y'all safe. Y'all ain't safe, man.
It says, this is the portion of a wicked man with Yahweh, and the heritage of oppressors, which they shall receive of the Almighty. If his children be multiplied, it is for the sword,
Right.
and his offspring shall not be satisfied with bread.
Yeah, hell no. If their forefathers wasn't satisfied with bread, what you think these little rotten? What you think the sequel gonna be? He gonna be worse, man.
Yeah.
He gonna be worse, man. This the Matrix trilogy, man. You think Thomas Jefferson was bad? Look at this generation of Edomites, man. Them boys worse off, man. And they're not gonna be satisfied with bread. All they did was become more powerful and good at being wicked, man.
It says, those that remain of him shall be buried in death, and his widows shall not weep.
And they not weeping. They doing something, but weeping ain't the answer. They doing something, but it ain't weeping, man.
Good.
And they not gonna weep, man. They against you. In your own kingdom, your own woman is against you, man.
Yeah, man.
That's why, hey, judge not a man blessed before death, man. Everything Esau accomplished to be the Edomite that he is today, man, was it worth it? Nah, come on, man.
It says, though he heap up silver as the dust, and prepare raiment as the clay, he may prepare it, but the just shall put it on, and the innocent shall divide the silver.
Yeah, so everything you did all that hard work for the elect. You did all that hard work for your enemy, Esau. For them same Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans on them corners and sincerely believing in Yahweh Shema Shah, all your hard labor, all that billions of dollars of resources was for their sake. But that's too far over your head at this point.
Right.
But in the end, it's gonna speak and not lie, man. You did all of that work for the hopeful elect to, with patience and faith, receive everything that you work hard for.
Yep. I got a precept. This Job 21 and 19. It said, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah lay up his iniquity for his children. He rewarded him, and he shall know it.
Yeah, so George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, you know, Julius Caesar, Alexander the Great. All of thetheir deeds is gonna fall on these Edomites now. These little docile Edomites walking around trying to get a hot date.
I got you right here.
These incels on the internet trying to get a hot date.
Read that over.
I was playing backing off your precept with that precept.
How about Shema Shah?
This Job 21. Job 21 and 19. It said, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah lay up his iniquity for his children. He rewarded him, and he shall know it.
This is Isaiah 14 and 21.
That's what I was holding.
Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity that Yahweh laying up for you.
Right.
Y'all ain't saying no more.
It says, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers.
Yeah.
That they do not rise, nor possesses the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
I didn't do it.
Right.
It was my father's. Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
Hey, we know. The dish ran off with the spoon and the cow jumped over the moon. We know.
Right. Hey, but the bill is due and you still at the table. The bill is due and you still sitting at the table, man. Hey, at Denny's, hey, if somebody run out on the bill and you still at the table at Denny's.
The bill is due. He asking for seconds and thirds.
Right.
He can't be settled.
He wants some dessert now.
He can't be filled.
Yeah.
Hey, and it don't matter how many of your forefathers done ran from the table. Hey, the way they're gonna come and when the bill due, if you left at the table, that's on you now.
This is Sirach 10 and 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
And what you have now, our reality right now, is the translation of a kingdom. That's the reality that we're living in. We're living in a reality of a translation of a kingdom. And this is what it looks like. It's slow, but it's progressive. And it's getting accomplished, man. We're watching a nation lose power, man. This is what it looks like when a nation loses power in the 20th century. It ain't like the ancient world. A city could, a whole civilization could fall in 2 weeks. Now we're in the 20th century. This is how it looks. It's a slow burn. But we're watching America lose its power. And we're about to watch it eventually fall completely.
Done.
Daddy said it. America!
Right. Yeah, man. It's over with, man. Because how you start is how you finish, man. How you start is how you finish. You started with blood, you're going to end in blood, man.
End it with blood.
It's easy, man. And you think that you had a long run, you really didn't, man. The Most High gave the Persians a way longer time than you. The Most High let the Babylonians run amok way longer than you, man. This is a brief moment in history, but it's going to be powerful because the Most High is going to make an example out of all of this technology and everything Esau done heaped up. He's going to make an example out of this, man.
Somebody got it. Somebody got it.
And that's why it's blessed are your eyes for you get to see that, man. You get to see how this transition looked. Because your forefathers was watching this shit before they knew what a car was, before they knew what a helicopter or a missile was. They was watching what was going on, but they couldn't explain it. And they wanted to understand it at that moment in time, and it wasn't for them at that moment in time, man. For a lot of them, very few had the actual understanding of what was playing out in these days, man. And now we live in it. You holding something, brother?
This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 40 and 6. The inheritance of sinners, children shall perish, and their prosperity shall have a perpetual reproach. The children will complain of ungodly fathers, because they shall be reproached for his sake.
Because we can easily complain of ungodly fathers for putting us in this position. But it didn't change our position. Likewise, for Esau Edom, they can complain about Thomas Jefferson and George Washington, but they still gonna pay for what they did. It don't change their position.
Psalms 58 and 10. The righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance. He shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked, so that a man shall say, verily, meaning truly, there is a reward for the righteous. Verily, truly, he is a power that judgeth in the earth.
Exactly, man. And now we're in that time where the Lord is gonna start rewarding the righteous, man, and punishing the wicked. You got it?
Sirach 25 and 7. There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th will I utter with my tongue. A man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy.
And that's a beautiful privilege to see the fall of your enemies, man. And we ain't talking about Pookie around the corner that owe you $20, man. We talking about the enemies of your nation, man.
All 17.
All 17 of them, man.
That's complete paradise what he described, because that's what a man, how much Shai said, be fruitful and multiply, man. You're supposed to enjoy your children, and that's one thing we damn sure can't enjoy now. So you're going to get to enjoy your children, you're going to be able to rest and see your enemy fall. That's heaven, man. That's paradise.
And we're witnessing it, man. We're living in it. We're living it and we're breathing in it, man. Blessed are your eyes when you get to witness it, man. Because all the proud looks on these devils' faces ain't gonna be so cute in that day, man. When all these judgments start coming upon them, all them little proud faces and all that He-Man, James Bond shit gonna be out the window, man. And it's gonna go back to being so easy a caveman can do his style, man. They're gonna go back to being Neanderthals. that up.
That's the power of our power, man. They witnessing, this kingdom is falling. Ultimately, they witnessing what happened when Yasharallah turned back to their power.
Right.
We turning back to our power is causing all this. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but that. It's beautiful, man.
I got a precept.
It's beautiful.
It's our Psalm 109:2. For the mouth of the wicked and the mouth of the deceitful are opened against me. They have spoken against me with their lying tongue. They compassed me about also with words of hatred and fought against me without a cause.
Right.
For it said, for my love, they are my adversaries. But I give myself unto prayer, and they have rewarded me evil for good and hatred for my love.
Yeah, because we didn't rise up against this kingdom in a carnal fashion.
Nope.
You know, we didn't resist the power of Yahweh Shema Shah by allowing Esau to reign over us, even though we know he don't belong over us. We turned to prayer, man. We turned to Yahweh Shema Shah like, all right, Father, whenever you ready, I'm with it. Just let me make it from day to day. Give me the strength to stay on this path right here.
Right.
And let these ends meet, Lord, so I can.
Daily breads.
But it said, render on the season what belongs to season.
Yeah.
Come.
Still gotta pay your taxes, still gotta work, gotta be subject to payment. But our hope is in Yahweh Shema Shah.
Right. Hey, that's why he said that. Render to Caesar what is Caesar, and render unto the power what is the powers, man.
And that's when you start getting to that wisdom that the Lord gave Paul, man, on how to maneuver through this shit. Because we at the end, but the end is not yet. Like Yahweh Shah said, all these signs are gonna come, but what? The end is not yet, and you still gotta handle your responsibilities.
So you're supposed to render unto this devil his money and give the Lord your soul, your time.
You got weed or you need weed.
You see what they think of Jay?
Yeah, exactly. I was just about to say, you see what they think of Jay?
Yeah. Wow.
You out here selling weed.
That's the second time. That happened to us last Saturday in the parking garage.
Somebody asked y'all if y'all got
Yeah.
This verse 6. Set thy wicked man over him, and let Satan stand at his right hand. When he shall be judged, let him be condemned, and let his prayer become sin. Let his days be few, and let another take his office.
Hey, because Esau gonna throw up prayers, man, believe it or not.
Right.
Esau gonna grab a hold of that the scriptures, and he gonna bend to a picture that look like Cesare Borgia, man.
Right.
And he gonna throw up a prayer to get out of this predicament. And he's not gonna be heard. Matter of fact, he's gonna be laughed at.
Come.
He's gonna be mocked when his fear comes.
Let his children be fatherless, and his wife a widow.
Right.
Let his children be continually vagabonds and beg.
Yeah, because that's our children. That's the fate of our children. That's why when Jake find out he got his woman pregnant, Jake ain't happy. Jake may have a spur of excitement of knowing that his legacy is in another woman, but then it immediately goes back to reality. Oh man, am I gonna stay with me? Am I gonna have to? Yeah. What if she do this? Man, I ain't got no money for this shit, man. Man, I hate this job right now, man. I gotta.
And that's,
that's sad.
Now I gotta commit.
That's sad. That's the first thing that come to your mind when you about to have a kid, man.
And how ironic, the holiest nation on the planet Earth gets scared when they put a seed in another woman.
Going back to finding a strong man. That's how it's supposed to.
Right.
I was having a conversation with my Eve. She said, you don't want to have another child. I said, man, I do. But I know this shit ain't gonna last long.
Bruh.
So we gonna be from spot to spot running around with a child trying to feed on you. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, so it's not, it's not time.
Wisdom,
Yeah.
wise.
So let your child the same way we don't have that assurance of life, the same way that our children run as vagabonds and we don't have no assurance of keeping them in a good predicament or making sure Esau know the way the next 18 years of his child's life is gonna play out financially. They know that. As soon as that's why when they find out, that's serious.
What's the first thing you do? What's the first? You set up a trust fund.
Yeah.
Come.
They already know. That's why they're excited. They're ecstatic to have children.
Yo, he set up a trust fund. Faith means trust. He set up a fund. He got faith that he gonna be empowered.
Right.
His son, everything gonna be all good.
Right. The $1,000 that they house will continue forever.
And to show you how selfish they are, they got all the money in the world to have a big family and they choose not to. Jake barely got Jake barely cleared 25 in the year,
Don't let him
and Jake could drop 3 or 4 that year if he could.
Don't let them fool you. They don't choose. They say that.
They
don't
playing
choose.
that.
They can't have no goddamn kids.
Yeah, yeah,
They
most
say
part.
they choose, and then they try to have kids. They can't. They gotta go to the fraternity kid.
Yeah. So back
They curse, man.
back in Psalm 109:10, let his children be continually vagabonds and beg. Let them seek their bread also out of their desolate places.
Because that's what we had to do.
Gun.
Jake out there scraping it together to get beanies and weenies for their kids to eat tonight.
Gun.
Somewhere on the planet, Jake
Right.
is doing that shit, man.
Gun.
Somewhere on the planet, Jake is putting their kids on the pallet. Trying to make them forget that their reality is fucked up, man.
The kids don't even know it.
They don't know. It's all
they
fun to
enjoying
them.
life. Hey, love beaters and winners, man.
Yeah, man.
Hook me up another bowl, Pops.
Yeah, man.
Hooking up that pallet just.
Damn.
Gun.
Jake wiping off the VCR and putting in the same Disney movie that the child don't watch all week
Right.
just to have something on the TV, man.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the planet Earth, Jake going through that, man.
Yeah.
Trying to figure that shit out, man.
Yeah,
So the prayer of our righteous people was like, look, let them live like that, man. Let them live like that. We patiently wait for y'all to live like that. That's the patience and the faith of the saints. Jake who's tired of this, you blacking out ain't gonna make that happen, man.
Gun.
You gonna end up locked up and they gonna live on, man. Nah, the patience of the faith is having them live like that.
Exactly.
Where they gotta scrape up and eat beanies and weenies. Or eat the scraps off the animal when we done with it.
Right.
We kill an animal and we just get them the feet and the nails and the ears and shit and just tell them, hey, y'all wanna eat, make that shit happen. Give them the ass of an animal and just say, hey, do what you gotta do, clean the shit out and make it happen, or starve. Let them live like that, man. That's the patience and the faith of the saints, man. Because that's what our enemies did to us, man. And 2/3 of y'all forgot, but we didn't forget about that, man.
Come on.
Most importantly, how about Shemal Shad is, man?
Gun. Verse 11. Let the extortioner catch all that he have,
Yeah.
and let the strangers spoil his labor.
Yeah, let the top execs at Sally Mae and Wells Fargo, let them figure out how they gonna make it to the next meal.
Gun.
Let them be extorted.
Gun.
Let their children figure this shit out on their own, man. Let their families be destroyed. Let their families be torn apart. And they gotta hold on to a little picture of their kid because they ain't seen him since he was 5.
Right.
Let them live like that, man. Since it was so funny when it was us. You got it,
This is the righteousness of King David speaking. Couple more.
that shit crazy.
It say, let there be none to extend mercy unto him, neither let there be any to favor his fatherless children.
Because nobody felt sorry for us when we went through it.
Gun.
Nobody, not even our own people, man. Our people ain't feel sorry for, none of these other nations felt sorry for how you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans got treated.
Women don't even pity us, man.
So let nobody have pity on them when it's their turn. Yeah, come.
It say, verse 13, let his posterity be cut off, and in the generation following, let their name be blotted out. Let their iniquity of his fathers be remembered with the Lord, and let not the sin of his mother be blotted out.
Hey, because we were cut off as a nation, man.
Gun.
And Jake is far removed from that notion, but it's true, man. You're a whole nation of people living under the people that oppressed you, man.
Right.
You don't have your own government. You don't sit at a seat outside of your oppressor, man. You gotta sit there and make deals with him and forget about what his people done to you, man. That's not living, man. That's existing at best, man. So let the tables turn. Let them live like that. That's what the righteous of our people were asking for, man. They weren't trimming their way to seek love. They were patiently waiting for revenge. You got it?
Verse 15 say, let them be before the Lord Yahweh continually, that he may cut off the memory of them from the earth, because they have remembered not to show mercy, but persecuted the poor and needy man.
The so-called white man and mercy don't go along, man. Those two words are what they call antonyms, complete opposites, man. The so-called white man and mercy, that's two different foreign terms, man.
When you go before this man in court, right, and you ask for mercy, what did you say?
No mercy.
No mercy. Ignorance is no.
Get
no
that,
excuse
James
to the
5
law.
and 13. James 2 and 13. It say, let them be before the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah continually, that he may cut off the memory of them from the earth, because that he remember not to show mercy, but persecute the poor and needy man, that he may even slay the broken in heart, man.
I get this back up. Because the mindset of our ancient forefathers is never to forgive and forget. They always prayed for the Lord to remember the iniquities that the nations had against us. This is Psalms 137 and 7. Remember, O Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, race it, even to the foundation thereof.
Yeah, remember what the so-called white man did when he had our people in his in his hands. Remember being lynched and burned. Remember that they did that. Remember that they cut off our people's the males. Remember that they castrated them, cut their balls off. Remember that they took women out of the homes of their men and had sex with them and put them back in their home. Remember how they lynched and burned you. How they quartered you. How they tied you to different horses and slapped the asses of the horses until you ripped apart.
How they took the strongest Jake and raped them in front of the whole damn community.
Take his integrity away from him, man. Manhood.
Remember the lack of mercy that they showed. Matter of fact, brother wanted me to get it. This is James 2 and 13. For he shall have judgment without mercy, that hath showed no mercy, and mercy rejoiceth against judgment. And since he showed no mercy, he's not going to be giving mercy, man. Since he loved blood, blood is going to pursue him.
It's Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whither the Lord thy power hath driven thee, and shall return unto the Lord thy power, and shall obey his voice, according to all that I commanded thee this day, thou and thy children, with all thine heart, with all thy soul, that then the Lord thy power, Yahweh Shai, will turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all nations, whither the Lord thy power, Yahweh Shai, have scattered thee. If any of thine be driven out unto the uttermost parts of heaven, from thence will the Lord Yahweh Shai, thy power, gather thee, and from thence will he fetch thee. And the Lord thy power will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed, and thou shalt possess it, and he will do thee good and multiply thee above thy fathers. And the Lord thy power will circumcise thine heart and thy heart of thy seed to love the Lord thy power with all thine heart and with all thy soul, that thou mayest live. It's the main point. And the Lord thy power, Yahweh Shai, will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee.
And that's what we pray for, man. That the Most High put all of these curses on our enemies, man. Just like we was telling Jake, you gotta wait on the Lord, man. Because a little bit of strength you got with that little bit of flame the Most High put in your vessel, it ain't enough, man. It ain't enough to get the kind of revenge we need for our nation.
USSR.
Missiles. North America gonna be destroyed with missiles.
Yeah. Hey, call her like me, how about Shemal Shah? It's gonna hit these people like a thief in the night, man. They gonna go from playing around to this shit not being a game no more.
This is Proverbs 21 and 13.
So like, if I could say this, they were doing that in when you read the Exodus 32, man, when Moses went up to the mountain to get the laws from the Lord, man. When he came down, they was playing, man. Same thing they doing right now, bro. They had to make the calf, and it said they rose up to play, man. Nothing new under the sun. You got it.
Nothing new under the sun. This is Proverbs 21 and 13. Whoso stoppeth his ears at the cry of the poor, he also shall cry himself.
Beautiful. Oh, that's beautiful.
But shall not be heard.
Right.
And that's why none of these nations are going to lament when America falls so-called white man falls from all of his global strongholds, nobody's gonna care, man. Nobody's gonna cry tears of lamenting and mourning. Cause look how he ruled the earth, man. Look how he treated everybody else that didn't look like him.
Hey, what they said in Isaiah, is this the man
Right.
that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms?
Nobody
Is this him?
Nobody's gonna feel bad about the so-called white man falling out of power, man. They gonna rejoice.
Right.
They said that even the trees are gonna rejoice when he's out of power, man. Cause look how he treated everybody that didn't look like him, and look how he treated the world, the earth, the nature.
I got a quick tweet on the real for my historian. This is Jeremiah 2:20. For of old time have I broken thy yoke and burst thy bands. And thou hast said, I will not transgress, like with Moses, right? We came out of Egypt, we're gonna obey the Lord.
You know, Exodus 24 when we made the covenant, right?
When upon every for of old time I have broken thy yoke and burst thy bands. And thou hast said, I will not transgress. When upon every high hill and under every green tree thou wanderest, playing
the harlot. Going, committing spiritual fornication, man. Worshiping other gods, man. That's spiritual adultery, man, against Yahweh, man. Playing the harlot, man. As this day, man. Worshiping Cesare Borgia, Serapis Christus, Jesus Christos, Jesus Christ, man. That's not our Lord and Savior, man. That's a so-called white man that was living during the mid-1300s. Y'all got something over there?
Isaiah 33 and verse 1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled.
Hey, you know, but it all come back though. When they was under King David, you know, he had garrison all in Edom, right? So they like, hey, when we come back and take the earth back, we got y'all.
That's why they said raise it.
Raise it. Yeah, you got it up. Them devils ain't forgot about them caves, man. That's why they still that's why they got these skyscrapers now. That's why we walking on pavement right now. The sidewalk. Why? Because it remind you of the caves. You got it.
Hey, the scriptures say, what they say, the scriptures say you ain't even supposed to have a building
over 2 or 3 stories. Right, man. Right. Right.
That means all this shit gotta get thrown down.
All that gotta get thrown down.
From the rooter to the tutor, everything is built in his man's image.
Hey, that's why Yahweh said, there shall not be one stone left standing, man.
One stone.
Wait till Yahweh return. Ain't gonna be nothing left here, man.
Have a lot of building to do, bro.
Yeah.
Going through the rubble and shit.
Yeah.
That's why you just seek out men of continual employment. You have to go through all that rubble.
Hey,
ain't no
tractors. Remember when I had you to when I had you to read Nehemiah last week? What it said? We built it from the rubble, right? They're gonna have to. Hey,
man, that's gonna be some hard labor, bro.
Yeah, man.
Shit.
Hey, we building. Hey, we closing up the breaches. We rebuilding the tabernacle today, right now, out of the rubble, man.
Out of the rubble.
Hey, but and then when you think about it, our concept of time is gonna be different. Cause we ain't gonna have nowhere to be. So we got all the time in the world to watch this kingdom be built.
Ain't gonna be no deadline. Hey,
No.
the building gotta be up by the 23rd.
No.
No deadline.
No.
Hey, y'all got the electricity in? I gotta bring in the cabinet
Build that
guy.
shit perfect. It's gonna be quality over quantity.
Hey, the same way they like to level off everything and how they string and tap the bricks right. Yeah, everything gonna be A1, man.
And our concept of time is gonna be different. For them, it's not. It's gonna feel like it felt like for us here.
Right here.
The same way it felt like for us here. Would Jake rather be dead than have to live like this? It's gonna be like that for them, but death is gonna flee from them, man.
As the scriptures say.
You're gonna do the time.
Right. 1,000 years
Our
worth.
concept of time is gonna be different in that day.
1,000 years worth.
Because even when I first came into the truth, you think about the kingdom of heaven getting built, you like, man, that's gonna take a minute before we get them streets paved with gold. But then you start growing up in the truth, you start realizing where you got to be. Where you in a rush? Where you going?
Right.
You ain't got, you don't even need a watch.
Good.
What you in a rush for? We in immortal bodies now. We ain't got nowhere to be. We ain't doing 70 years in that vessel.
And they gonna be trying to go some bill slow as hell because they know what the end. The latter end is.
But you know, you think about the kingdom of
Bonfire.
heaven, you get all simple. You like, man, I'm gonna be, it's gonna take about 100 years. Man, you got that and then some on your belt, man. Come on, man.
The heathen shall envy thee and be able to do nothing.
And they, just like us. You know, you gotta drop off something at one of them big old houses. Esau got one of them big houses. You gotta go drop a package off. You be like, damn,
Gotta
boy.
get buzzed in the
I can
gate.
see I can put my grandma in that one house, in that one room right there, man.
And they shed.
But you can't do shit about it. You still gotta go right back to the crib, right back to the apartment. Just like we couldn't do nothing about it, they can't do nothing about it, man.
Straight back.
That's why be not weary, man. Everything you going through now, everything you done sacrificed now, you're not even gonna think about that when the kingdom come around, man. It's gonna feel so small to you when you actually have a body where if you wanna run for a month without stopping, you can do that. You ain't got nowhere to be, and you got the stamina to do it. If you wanna jump over a 40-foot wall, man. If you wanna have 30 kids in a year, 100 in a year, what you wanna do?
Going for the record, Going
Shoot,
for the record.
shoot until you tired of shooting. Yeah, you know he can't do that over there where he at. You know what time it is over there
Do that.
with his wild man brethren.
Exactly, Get all out of order, man.
The earth is defiled, man.
Hey, wait, after a woman, the labor pains come, but after that woman spit that baby out,
She don't
she don't
remember.
remember none of it.
And that's the
Lord's
same.
willing, we gonna forget out all this shit.
That's the same way this gonna be, man. Especially when you think about the faces these people gonna have when all hope is lost. Before you even get to the kingdom, that's gonna be a prize in itself. Watching these proud people with no hope in their eyes,
No hope.
and you sitting there with all kind of hope. Like if your face looking like that, I know I'm almost out of here. Come on, man. That's what we working for, man. And all these people's faces, all the scoffing, that shit don't even matter, and it won't matter in that day, man. Why would you care about the opinion of these idiots anyway, man? The fuck do they know, man?
Absolutely nothing.
Exactly, man. Why does it matter? Because an idiot laughing at you, man. Because the children of fools is laughing at you. Because they got something to say about your faith, man. Fuck do they know anyway, man? They don't even know who they are, man. They still trying to figure that out, man. They done live half their life and still don't know who they are when they look in the mirror, man.
Say never learning and never able to come to the full knowledge.
The fact that you understand what you understand puts you light years ahead of the average millionaire in Babylon, the average billionaire in the world, man. What you know puts you light years ahead of them. Though you go through tribulation, thou art rich, man. You gotta move like that, man.
You know, what we know, this is the greatest information ever, man. We coming upon the greatest test ever, man. Our temptation. We got the cheat code, man. We know the answer.
Cheat code.
It's gonna be a true or false, yes or no, yay or nay test, man.
And
Open book,
if you stick to what you know, you already aced the test.
Open book test.
hey, they're gonna be second guessing. They say, what was the answer again?
Right.
What is the name of the Lord and Savior? It's on the tip of my tongue.
Hey, the
Snapping
brother,
they finger and shit.
the brother on the comment board said, I can't wait till all of Jacob get along, man. That's gonna be a beautiful thing in itself. In the ancient world, you could, without having any clothes on your back, you could just walk out the house and just go. Right. And eventually, you was gonna run into a brother that was gonna put you in his house, give you some wine, give you some flesh, some unleavened bread, give you somewhere to stay, tell you to stay longer than you actually intended to stay.
Right.
When you go into Judges, the Levite priest, he was just walking with his concubine.
Oh, well, that's cool, because you leave out the door with nothing. You come out, you see a brother, he give you something to eat, some place to stay. And when you going out, he may give you an ass, may give you a horse or something like that. Give you something to travel with.
The love was different, man. The love was different. And it's going to be different in the kingdom in perfection. You think about Jake who got money. When Jake have money, it ain't nothing for him to give his brother something. Now, I can't feel it right if my crew ain't shining.
Right.
I was watching the Kevin Hart reality thing that they got going on Netflix. And all he talked about is how he put his boys in a position to get their own kind of money. Because when Jake win, Jake got that compassionate spirit, and all it do is amplify when you got that money. So in the kingdom, when the whole family rich,
I'm about to say, who giving it? Yahweh shot giving it to it. Yahweh shot the one shot.
man.
Joint ears. So the
Come
whole
on, man.
kingdom gonna be shining, man.
Come on,
it ain't gonna
man.
be no, it ain't gonna need, you gonna have your own, man. You gonna have more than your heart desires.
No, that's my chain, Paul. No,
That-
you gonna be, and you gonna be like,
Fine.
Going
Hey,
back
brother,
to-
how about you, Yahweh said, in my father's house is many mansions.
Going
You
back to
gonna have
David.
more than your heart desire, man.
Going back to David, man. His doorman was decked out, man. Queen Sheba thought, you know, they was royal,
King
man.
Solomon,
You gonna have as
I
many,
mean, King Solomon,
you
yeah.
gonna have as many wives as
Yeah,
your heart
man.
desire. I'm gonna be able to have as many wives as I want.
Right.
You gonna be, it's enough for everybody. It's enough
everybody
now.
eats.
Yeah, it's enough now, but Esau the God gave
everybody eats.
Hey, and when David went to conquer, he came back, the whole village ate, man. Everybody lived good, man.
Hey, that was a beautiful account in First Kings, or I think it's in Samuel, where King David conquered these. He was conquering the heathen nations,
Right.
and the
Ammonites.
army was like, let's keep the spoil for ourselves.
Right,
They didn't even want to share with the ones who stayed back to watch the supplies.
right.
And King David was like, nah, we ain't doing that.
No, hell no.
We're gonna take the spoil that we got from these enemies, and we're gonna spread it all across the nation
Yeah,
of Israel.
man.
It's gonna be the same spirit,
All
man.
12
That same
tribes
spirit
ate
of
good,
brotherhood,
man. When David conquered, all 12 tribes ate good, man.
Righteousness, man.
And we all gonna have it. It ain't gonna be like one Jake got it, and we just gotta hope the breadwinner stay alive and keep
Right.
eating like he eating,
Right.
so we can all have something. Everybody gonna be a breadwinner. Everybody gonna be a crutch, and you ain't gonna need a crutch.
Oh, that's crazy. Esau got 13 head families, right? They eating good.
Eating good. Delicious.
Everybody else eating garbage.
Straight trash.
But all 12 tribes gonna eat good when Yahweh Shah come back, man. There ain't gonna be nobody without, man.
Hey, matter of fact, somebody grab Ephesians 2:12.
All right, brother, Shalom.
Because that goes into the Commonwealth of Israel, man.
Right.
We was talking about that earlier,
Right,
man.
done.
Just like on this side, it don't matter what kind of eater might walk into to a restaurant if you wearing the right shit and he talking that talk. They gonna show him love off the strength of him being a so-called white man in his glory, in his rulership. He don't gotta be Trump cousin or Trump
Right.
nephew or Trump son. He could just be a regular old so-called white man, just walk in there looking like money. Israel's gonna eat like that, man. That's why Jake who wanna steal that fame and get it on this side. Hey, an average Israelite gonna be able to go into any land of the heathens and be treated like a beetle, man. How they was fainting because they couldn't believe that they was looking at one of the beetles. It's gonna be the same way in the kingdom, man. For every Israelite, man. Come on, man. What can you give in exchange for that, man? You got it?
This is Ephesians 2:12. That at the time ye were without Hamashiach,
Matter of fact, start at like 11.
Yeah.
2:11. Wherefore remember that ye being in time past Gentiles in the flesh, who are called uncircumcision by that which is called the circumcision in the flesh made by hands, that at the time ye were without Hamashiach, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel.
Yeah, you just thought having a crib with 2.5 kids was gonna be straight. That was good living. Just you being able to put your grandma in a nice nursing home, or have your grandma have a spare room for your grandma in your house.
Done.
You thought that was good living, man. Two cars, maybe a motorcycle. You thought that was like, that was the American dream, so to speak.
Right.
That's being aliens from your actual inheritance, man. You got it, out.
It says, and strangers from the covenants of promise, having no hope and without the Heavenly Father in the world. But now in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, ye who sometimes were far off, are made nigh by the blood of Hamashiach. For he is our peace, who have made both one and have broken down the middle wall of partition
Right.
between us, having abolished.
That's what's separate. And that goes for you Old Testament only Israelites, man.
Con.
There's a wall between Yahweh and Israel, man.
Right.
Yahweh shines the mediator, the finisher of our faith.
Right.
The intercessor, the go-between. Read it over from the top.
That's beautiful, because that's the only way the whole family can eat. If the whole family gonna eat.
Hey, it's so funny because you said, hey, good God, you said earlier, you said Jake ain't gonna have to hope that the breadwinner stay up.
Stay alive,
Everybody gonna be eating.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But hey, right now, how was our breadwinner?
That's
So
the
you know what I'm saying?
breadwinner.
He holding it down for us.
But
So
we ain't gotta
eventually
worry about
we
him
become
staying
joint
up.
heirs. You know what I'm saying?
And that's
So
the
that's
beautiful thing. He conquered. So we ain't got to worry about him staying up. His battle ain't iffy.
Exactly.
His position ain't iffy. He stamped in his position.
Set in stone.
Shalom,
That's why he say,
Shalom.
hold on to that what you have, man. That no man take thy crown, man.
Shalom, brother.
You've already been given it by being given this this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. That was the down payment on your blessing.
Come.
Now we just waiting for the full payment, man.
Yeah.
And that's gonna equal up the Commonwealth of Israel. So whether you have your 12th son and your 120th son, gonna be able to go anywhere and be known, and they're gonna all be successful. And they ain't gonna have to struggle or want for nothing, man. Matter of fact, the heathens gonna look at getting hired by one of your 300 son. They're gonna look at that like a blessing. That's like getting hired at Lockheed Martin.
They're gonna wish one of their daughters could be a concubine.
Right.
Have my daughter. Have her. Take her.
Because your concubine's gonna live a lot better than a lot of heathen wives, man. And that's just reality, man.
When she go back to her country, she's gonna be able to share the wealth with them.
She gonna be famous in her own country.
all around.
She gonna be famous in her own country for being a part of a Israelite man's household, man. Just for that, man. Any heathen that's gonna be a body servant to a man or family of the nation of Israel gonna be able to go back home and tell them stories of some shit that they ain't even on yet, man.
She's gonna be in the kingdom. She's a concubine. She's gonna be in the kingdom. The mother heathen's gonna be in the kingdom. She's gonna go back and tell them, oh man, they really did have streets of gold, you know?
They're gonna tell stories. They're gonna tell stories about the ones that's actually in the household of Israelite families. They're gonna go back home and be famous for being that close to glory, man. That's what we fighting for. That's what was promised to us. That's when the Most High say that tribulation, but thou art rich. Bro, he wasn't talking about bank accounts. He talking about substance, power, man.
That's cold.
You ain't gonna have to worry, man. That's something that's so far from our people's faith and they hope. Not having to worry about shit. Our people can't fathom that, man. They done been here so long they can't fathom actually having a rest or actually having no worries. Being able to have more than 2 kids without worrying. Whereas you're gonna be one small one is gonna be a great nation. That means a common man of Israel is gonna have enough kids to start his own country, man. Bro, we have not even begun to scratch the surface of our blessing. If this knowledge and wisdom and understanding can do this much to us, imagine when we get in our full glory, man.
And that's gonna be so much. It's gonna be so beautiful, bro. Because it ain't gonna be no bullshit. Esau, you gotta go to his school and learn bullshit. In the kingdom, it's gonna be all this, only tangible substance, bro.
Hey,
no
it's gonna be such a beautiful rulership. It's gonna trickle down to where the heathens are happy. It's gonna trickle down to them because the rulership is so righteous that even they gonna be able to be like, damn, I'm all the way in the land of Elam and I'm feeling the glow.
They gonna wanna get at Esau Edom, man.
Yeah,
They gonna wanna beat Esau Edom's ass, man.
this is what you held back from us. These are the people you did this to. They go, bro. I'm telling you, once we get in the kingdom, like it says in Isaiah the 2nd chapter, they gonna say, hey, let's go up to Israel. Maybe we get a good job. I heard they got streets of gold. They gonna be doing that between each other. We ain't got to go to their land and say, look, I need 5 people. I need 5 family members to come work for us. No, man.
It's gonna be like what that Sheba with King Solomon.
Yeah.
How she was mesmerized and she was just speechless, man. That's how they gonna be, man.
And you ain't even got to see the Don daughters. You ain't even got to see the 144K. You can see the 144,000 son of one of the elect members.
Right.
And you gonna see that kind of glory on that man.
It's a lot, bro. The whole time you're talking, what I keep thinking about is, I'm gonna read Psalm 83, right? But that's why the name is so important. That's what's giving us the power back. How about you now? He took his name from us. He took his name off of us, man. You know what I'm saying? And Esau Edom put the gone from us, man. That's why the Lord keeps saying, for my name's sake, he's going to
Right,
redeem us.
right.
We're going to get that. That's the power of the name, you know?
Strong, that name is strong tower.
Yeah, you know I get crunk when we start talking about that kingdom. I
Hey,
start
Psalm
moving.
124 and 8, man. Our help is in the name of the Lord, man.
Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Art took me to the kingdom for a couple seconds, bro. I was there.
Right,
I was
right.
there, bro.
That's what's going in the
Shit.
kingdom. That name is going to be on that. Well, we're going to have the power, but the name, they going to know you. That name, Yasharala, is going to be, you know, Yahweh. You know, that name.
Hey, I got a precept.
Fear.
Got a precept real quick.
Oh, you got it.
This is Micah chapter 4. Let me read a little bit of this.
Hey man, we got blessings in store for us, man. Hey, just like in this captivity, right? Every detail of this captivity is paid. Every detail, no matter where you go, there's no place you can go where you escape from the curses. In every detail of your life, man. You live in a house full of mold. That's not supposed to happen. All the way down to the very small details, it's all curses and reminders of curses. When the Most High have mercy on us, every detail of the kingdom is going to be a reminder of that glory and that mercy, man.
This is Micah 4 and 1. But in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain of the house, of the Lord Yahweh shall be established in the top of the mountains, and it shall be exalted above the hills, and the people shall flow unto it, and many nations shall come and say, Come, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord Yahweh, and to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of all his ways.
And that goes into Revelations when it says, measure the outside courtyard of the temple.
Right, leave
measure
it
it
at-
not.
right,
Because that's given to the Gentiles. Because
Right.
they going to come and they just going to watch us go into the temple. Like,
Right,
dang, that's them.
right.
Just like they watch how people go into these arenas and hoop,
Come.
and they damn near faint watching LeBron James walk into a stadium.
Right, right.
When they watch our people in righteousness walk into the temple of Yahweh Hashem Shah, and they're on the outside looking like, damn, it was just like Elon told me.
Right,
This shit is amazing.
right.
Come on, man. That's what.
It say, and we will walk in his path, for the law shall go forth out of Zion, and the word of the Lord Yahweh from Jerusalem.
Hey, it say we will walk in his paths. We ain't have to convince you of shit.
Right,
You saw the glow and you follow suit, man.
come. And he shall judge among many people, and rebuke strong nations afar off. And they shall beat their swords in the plowshares, and their spears in the pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up a sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore.
And that right there in itself is a benefit, an unspeakable benefit for all other nations in itself. Because we're going to be, our nation, we're going to have chariots over every house in Israel.
Right.
We ain't going to have to worry about being defended.
Come.
But the mercy of the Lord, that trickle-down effect is going to mean that the heathens, look, ain't nobody beefing over nothing.
Right,
We here now, we ain't taking y'all shit, but y'all ain't taking their shit either.
right, come.
No more Alexanders coming to remove the borders.
Come. Verse 4 reads,
Call Allah, how about Shemel Shah? You got
but they shall sit every man under his vine and under his fig tree, and none shall make them afraid.
Exactly. Don't move. Y'all got all the time in the world. We're gonna take
Come.
our time and build a kingdom from brick by brick by brick. And when
Come.
it's all established, they're gonna go back to their lands and they're gonna be governed by the nation of Israel, man.
Right. For the mouth of the Lord Yahweh of hosts have spoken it.
Right?
For all people will walk, every one in the name of his God, with a
Right.
little g, and we will walk in the name of the Lord Yahweh, our power forever and ever. In that day, saith the Lord, will I assemble her that halteth, and I will gather her that is driven out, and her that I have afflicted.
Because our nation was driven out, man. We were driven out from our homeland.
Right.
And we've been broken up ever since.
Right.
And that's the kingdom of heaven. When our nation is actually assembled back in family and in unity. Outside, it says we shall not even dwell amongst the other people, man. Just like we were spread out amongst these people in the worst neighborhoods,
Right.
we're going to be in the best neighborhoods, separated from them.
Right.
Matter of fact, this is
Got it. That was cool.
Isaiah 61 and 7. For your shame ye shall have double,
Right.
and for confusion they shall rejoice in their portion. Therefore, in their land they shall possess the double. Everlasting joy shall be unto them. And that is the kingdom of heaven for you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man.
Right.
Adawam or Edom. This is your biblical nationality. When you read the scripture, you're familiar with the Bible, right? When you read the Bible, you're not going to find white, black, Chinese. That's new speech. So when you read the scriptures, everybody goes back to one of these nations. Either the Israelites, that's us, these nations here, or you go back to one of these 13 nations here. Edom is the so-called white man. No one's white, just like we're not black. Have you ever seen a black person? Yeah,
I don't want to see a purple person either.
we're different shades of brown, just like you're not white. We're different shades of red. Pink, different shades of, so basically that's what you're seeing. What the new speech, what you're accustomed to seeing, and this is the biblical terminology when you read the scripture.
Now, as in Genesis 25, the two sons, Jacob and Esau. Esau came out red. Now he went to his brother and sold his birthright for a lentil soup and raw meat. So his name became Edom. Red because your pigment, you have no pigment, no melanin. So your blood shows forth through your skin. So his name became Edom, which is red. That's what Adawam means.
Are you guys live?
Yeah, we live.
What is it on?
YouTube,
YouTube, what's the name?
GMS Orlando,
GMS Orlando.
Face Orlando, yeah.
Easy enough.
We out here every Saturday.
Can you take a picture with me so I can find it?
Huh?
Can you take a picture with me and I can find it? And I can follow your channel?
If you got your phone,
Yeah, she's on the phone right here.
go to YouTube real quick. GMS Orlando.
I have another. Since you engaged us, I saw you look kind of baffled about the picture right here.
Oh, yeah?
You look kind of puzzled. What do you think? Yeah, you guys look kind of puzzled about the picture. What do you think about that?
You want to tell me about it?
I'm asking you. I'll tell you about it, but I'm curious. What do you think about when you see that image? What do you think? Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Oh, that's not on here.
No thoughts? I mean, it drew you over here. I mean, you had to have some kind of thought. You were taught. I mean, it piqued your interest. So I'm curious. What piqued your interest?
I was just looking at her booty shorts.
What's your nationality? According to your father, what's your nationality?
Caucasian.
You're Caucasian? Okay.
Yeah, German.
Well, according to the scripture, what you're reading is the reason we got this sign, because in the Bible, the Lord say that He's going to bring judgment.
What sign?
And I put them back up because it started raining. He's going to bring judgment. No, the sign. I put them back up because it started raining. They want the sign. Got the signs in there. But the nations that took us, put us in slavery, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. We are the 12 tribes of Israel. Negro, Latino, and Native Americans. And we was conquered by the conquistadors of the Spaniards.
Which Bible do you guys use?
King James, 1611.
1611.
Anything after the 1611, the Bibles, they change them.
So you don't consider anything after 1611?
No, because they changed the words in them.
Yeah.
The original 1611 Bible is all the words, and there's no J's in it. The Lord's name is not Jesus. The J was the last letter added to the alphabet in the 1600s. The Lord's name is not Jesus. That's Latin. In the Roman Empire, in the Greek Empire, they was calling him Jesus or Jesus Christo. But in the Hebrew, he got a different name. He come from the tribe of Judah. He was a so-called Negro, as the Bible tell you in Revelation and Daniel, so-called black man. So this image was created in the mid-1300s.
Okay.
When they came back in the rulership, the word Caucasian, right? What does it mean? You know what it means?
Cave dweller.
It means cave dweller. So in the 1300s, when y'all came back, well, I'm gonna say your forefathers, starting with Alexander the Greek first, but then y'all went down and came back up after 1,000 years. 1,000 years they call some in the school they call it Middle Ages, but it's called the Dark Ages because we ruled
Byzantine.
Portugal, Spain, Europe, all that for
Renaissance
1,000
era.
years. And where y'all was at was in the caves for 1,000 years. Then y'all came out of the cave, took over the earth in the 1300s, and y'all whitewashed all our images of Jesus, Solomon, King David, the Israelites. We were called the Moors at that time. Y'all whitewashed the images and set this image up. This guy right here, his name is Cesare Borgia. His father, for the image right here, his father named Rodrigo Borgia. He was the 6th Pope of Rome. He had Michelangelo to paint them images. Right here. He had Michelangelo paint the images of his son to be Jesus. So that's how that image came about.
And actually, real quick,
That's the original. I got you.
this right here, like I said, that time period is called the Renaissance era. Renaissance means rebirth. The rebirth of the white man coming
Right.
back in the power.
Right.
That's why it's called the Dark Ages, medieval times, because dark people ruled. King Arthur, all those people that you think about, the
Right.
knights, those are black men, so-called
Right.
black men.
Right.
We ruled Britain, we ruled
The Vikings.
we ruled Russia. You have something called the black icons. You can look up the Black Madonna. All the images of the angels, they were all black. But during the Renaissance,
Iconoclasm.
Iconoclasm.
Whitewashing.
That's what you see here. This is an actual image of them painting over the image of Christ. You see how they put the halo? Because he had an afro. And that's what the halo was. They painted
So
it white.
what are the cloths that you're wearing? What are those?
Garment, sackcloth.
Oh, the garments is what we wore in the ancient times.
Okay.
That's why the Lord told Moses when we was in the wilderness.
What colors represent?
Well, the border of blue and the fringes. But this is just the garment itself represents mourning. We're in a state of mourning. This isn't
I
for
see.
exactly. We're in a low
Because
state.
remember,
Right.
throughout the entire scripture, the Israelites went into captivity. They went into slavery. They came out of slavery. They went into slavery.
Over and over.
This Babylon, quote unquote, America, is our last captivity. Because that's the one thing in the scripture. When you read the scripture, the Israelites, the Assyrian captivity,
Right.
Captivity. They were in multiple captivities, and every time they turned to their power, the Lord. Exactly.
Egypt to right now, America.
So that's why when you see this picture right here, when you go to Revelations chapter 13 and 9, it says, it reads, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
When you read the scripture, the saints
Patience and the faith of the
are the
saints.
Israelites.
Why would they be waiting for something like that?
I'm gonna look you guys up.
Yeah. Well, y'all have a good night.
Have a good one, guys.
Yeah, they say this shit. They think this shit is game.
Hey, but when I told her that she have no pig, no melon, she was like, yeah, I know. At least you know that. Good.
Man, I hope you doing that mic.
When you asked the other lady, Caucasian, and you said cave dweller, one in the back was like,
Damn.
yeah. She knew. She shook her head like she knew what Caucasian meant. It meant like a cave dweller.
Oh, they
So
gonna,
the
she gonna
other
go
two in the
Google
back,
it.
yeah.
I guarantee she gonna go.
They was Googling it right then, they was on there.
They gonna need therapy for that.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's straight fact. I mean, this.
I wanted to pull out the scripture, but it's okay.
I had to get the revelation.
We got to get back to the kingdom. We was bidding on the kingdom, man.
They came to get a glimpse.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I'm a little upset, man. I just went from visualizing the kingdom and the glory.
I do. Hey, every time we start talking about
the Lord-
Israel shit, like Israel only, like kingdom minded,
Still standing over
The Lord
there for
sent
at
a balance.
And you know what I realized? Esau Edom was a goddamn liar, man. Even his woman, she knew that why she came over here with that damn sign, man.
Right.
They're liars, man. Talking about she ain't got no
The
thoughts.
Jesus sign or the slavery sign?
No, the Jesus Christo.
Okay,
That's what
right.
they were looking at from the jump.
Right,
I
right,
saw
right.
them whispering.
But everybody has a thought on that sign.
Yeah, everybody do.
Everybody has a
Come
thought.
on.
They see it. Hey, come up, ask questions.
Hey.
We'll give you answers.
Who told you that was Jesus? Who told you that? Who told you that?
Esau, you.
Esau.
and they widows shall not weep. They ain't
Come.
try, one thing about it, they damn sure ain't try to plead their
No,
case.
they damn sure didn't.
They ain't asked for a plea deal.
Yeah.
Surely we haven't heard the lie.
Hey, they know. They know.
Well, I mean, hey,
Coming up choosing.
Once they
Yeah,
go
that's
do
really
their
bad.
research,
They coming up choosing. That's what they were doing.
history, the Renaissance era, hey,
That's probably why she asked how to
You
pronounce
say,
it.
let me can I take a
That's why
picture
she
with you?
asked how to pronounce Adawam. She wanted
Right.
to go look the shit up.
Yeah, right.
She understood Edom. What's that? Adawam? What is? Yeah.
Tell me, can I take a picture with you? Can I take a picture of you so I can search
She
you on
can send it
YouTube?
to the
They was
FBI.
already taking pictures though.
She want to send it to the FBI task force.
Right. Good.
They choosing, man.
Yeah.
Really, that was a subconscious choosing.
Come, that's what it was.
But hey, for real, regardless, the kingdom, regardless, the kingdom gonna be established, man. And that's the spirit that every time we start talking about the kingdom, heathens come around trying to see what we building.
Right. Come.
That's the spirit, man.
Hey, about to tell her, hey, my wives gonna need somebody to do their feet though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what type of time we on, man.
We're gonna need somebody to
Yeah. Hey, yeah.
That's what type of time we on, man.
hey, but the kingdom gonna be so glorious, bro.
Hey, but I made sure I got the more by do them feet, cause they good with feet. Them Chinese good with feet, so yeah. But hey,
This is I'm gonna go back to it, man.
and Esau ain't gonna be in my kitchen cause y'all don't know how to cook.
They ain't gonna be nowhere near the house. Nigga, get your ass back in the city.
Oh yeah, that's my sanctuary. You ain't gonna be nowhere near that.
Yeah.
You outside the temple.
Nah,
You gonna be way outside the
Be
field,
way outside.
picking up cows' dung.
Right, boulders and shit.
I got a precept. Isaiah 61:4, and they shall build the old waste.
Yeah.
They shall raise up the former desolations, and they shall repair the waste cities,
No, get all the meat off there.
the desolations of many generations. And strangers shall stand and feed your flocks,
Son.
and the sons of the alien shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers.
Yeah.
But ye shall be named the priest of the Lord. Men shall call you the ministers of our power. Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles. Hey, everybody eats meat.
Everybody eat. Son.
We're gonna actually eat the riches of the Gentiles, man. Real substance, man. Jake out here hustling in the middle of the mall jewelry, man, and the Most High gonna have us on a whole nother level, man. Eating the riches of the Gentiles, man. As we should, man. Plowmen feeding your flocks like you done fed they flocks for captivity after captivity. Civilization after civilization. Kingdom after kingdom. Your ass done been in the wine dresser field, man. You done been out there applying. That's why people so good. Our people are so good at husbandry, man. Been doing it for so long, man.
Yup.
Fire,
I was gonna hit her. I was gonna hit her with the coat of arms.
That's crazy.
Son.
Should've brought it out.
I know, but everybody was jumping on certain points, so I didn't want to
Get in there.
I didn't want to mess the flow up.
Hey, just in case they watching live.
Nature no color line, baby.
I was about to say that when they poured on. They want to be Jake so bad, man. They want to be Jake so bad. They want that blessing so bad.
Yeah, they sure do.
And that's why it's their worst nightmare when they find out that they not invited, man. Like they come up here like this is the one thing on the planet Earth that's not for you, man. Everything else on the planet Earth is open unto you. Everybody wants you around except for this truth, man. The truth actually exposes you as the exact opposite of anything that deals with righteousness, man. And that's why people hate this, and that's why the heathens hate this, man. 2/3 of our people hate this because the other nations can't be included, and the heathens hate this because they can't be included, man.
Right.
But I mean, honestly, they gotta know the truth. They gotta know that their nation runs the world and
They
is in
know.
charge of making laws and in charge
know.
of everything. So they gotta know that they're the reason why. Maybe not them specifically. Like she might say, I don't got nothing to do with it. But
Right.
the Lord judges us as a nation of people.
Right.
They gotta be like, yeah, our nation fucked the world up.
Hey, but you know what? They know up, but they try to be slick because they don't want you to know that they know.
Right.
That's that
Yeah.
subversive nature.
Right.
They don't want you to know that they in rulership. That's why they play it off and they try to pretend and they do all of this little runaround. But when you start dealing with it head on, like, nah, It's you, it's your people, and you gonna pay for it. So enjoy it. Cause you gonna pay for it. We ain't digging up George. We ain't going to Washington D.C. and digging up Thomas. We getting Peter, Jake, and Paul out here, man.
Right.
And y'all gonna deal with it. Through the spirit of power, how about Shemel Shah, man?
Little Timmy and them.
Yeah, little Timmy, little Hunter.
Hey, the world in total chaos, but you spending trillions of dollars on military defense.
Yeah.
When you
But it's
got
all
starving
good.
people, like it don't make sense.
Cause little Cody and little Hunter gonna pay for that shit,
Yeah,
man.
man.
They gonna be, hey, it says the sons of the aliens shall be your wine dressers.
Vines
So be it.
Hey, the day coming when the plowman shall overtake the reaper, man.
And we
Yeah.
patiently waiting, man. Lions in the cage, man. We waiting for that time, man. But we know when that time arrives, man, ain't no end time to it, man.
got
That's why it's
precept.
worth fighting for. You got
Hey, but hey, we had to do this, so now it's y'all turn. Deuteronomy 28 and 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord Yahweh shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, food, clothes, and food, clothes, and water, and in the want of all things, housing, transportation, jobs. And he who eat them shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
And like it says in Deuteronomy 30th chapter, those curses are gonna be put on our enemies.
Done.
We're gonna put a yoke of iron on your neck, so when you think you about to run in the bushes and escape, you're gonna have that yoke of iron so we can point your little red ass out, man. Pull you right up out of the bushes, man. Put you right back in the pit.
Yeah, man. Good.
Cause you enjoyed it, man. You ain't just do it, you enjoyed it, man. You loved it, man.
Yeah, man.
Have our people in the middle of your living room having orgies,
Right.
so you can watch some freak shit go down, man.
Right. Done.
We ain't gonna do all of that shit to you, but you is gonna get it worse, man. You gotta pay for that, man. And we ain't just talking about this slavery on this side, man. We talking about Greek, all of that, man. You and your comrades, Moab, funky ass, Ammon.
Righteous
Shit.
through the Lord judge, man.
Mizraim, he over there in Sudan thinking he's safe, and he
Yeah.
done got punished. No, it ain't over yet, bro.
Done.
We're going over there to Sudan and we're gonna get your ass too, man. Everybody going into captivity. Matter of fact, that's that Jeremiah 30 and 16, man.
Yeah, man.
All of y'all, man.
All thy adversaries. Every one of them.
Every nation had the Israelites in captivity.
Right.
So
That's
that-
only right, man.
That's
it's righteous. It's a righteous thing.
The
to
Lord
bring
is
compared to
balanced,
Israel.
That's that continuing employment.
Yeah, man.
That's that continuing
Oh,
employment.
yeah. Come.
Y'all just put the wrong people in captivity. Thank
Hey.
your forefathers. Thank whoever you want to thank.
But you gonna pay for it, man. And call me how about Shemel Shah? We at the time where your shit is over, man. The end of Esau and the beginning of it that following.
Can't even take a picture with me. Hell no.
Yeah, hey, those days are over, man. Where a Sheetamite could walk around and the world just be at her fingertips. Motherfuckers just lay on their back, lay on their stomach so she can walk on.
Done.
Them days is over with, man.
Yeah, 51.
You
Right.
Edomites get a no invitation over here, man.
What that show, damn, Eddie Griffin, She Devil. Watch you the She Devil.
Undercover brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, Undercover Brother. She Devil.
Yeah, man. This is the only thing on the planet Earth that you don't have access
Black
to,
man
man.
kryptonite. No, baby, not tonight.
That wasn't the one where your boy was wrestling in the end. Was it? Was that the movie where they were wrestling?
Yeah.
Was,
Nah, you thinking about
the husband was like wrestling with the
I thought you
other.
talking about the two women that were wrestling.
Nah, you think about the one about the ladies man. They was fighting.
Ladies man, yeah, the husband was fighting.
Yeah,
It was the ladies man.
Yeah, we at the end of this place, man. We at the end of this age, man. And the beginning of it that follows, man. Like it says in Isaiah 61st chapter, for our shame we will have double, man.
Right.
For all the jakes that got smoked, unarmed, so-called, to receive their judgment on this side. For all you jakes that got followed in all of these department stores, when you had money in your pocket. For all you Negroes that got fired first, even though you work harder than everybody else.
Done.
For all the little shit that they done, man, you gonna receive double in blessings.
Yeah.
And when the Lord have favor on us, you gonna know it, man. That's the pay patience and the faith of the saints, man.
That's facts.
And the moment the Most High turns this around, we're not gonna remember this place like we remember it now. It's not gonna be as bitter as it is right now. It's like Passover, man. Once you eat them bitter herbs, once you take that last bite, after you done wash it down, now you get to drinking to the wine and having a good time.
Boy, look here.
Hey, 30 minutes after you done took the bitter herbs, you don't say, damn, Mark, I'm still tripping off the bitter herbs. No, the wine flowing, brothers, is fellowship.
You like, brother, pass some slice more that lamb.
That lamb, yeah. you back into fellowshipping, man. You don't even think about the hardships, the bitter. That's how it's gonna be in the kingdom, man.
Cause Lord, I don't want no more bitter herbs.
It was bitter though, boy. Good Lord.
Yeah. Hey, but we had to spiritually clear our sinuses, man. That's what the Most High did for us, man.
Did that. Definitely did that.
And as much as it hurt, it benefited us, and we're gonna see it more and more as these days move on, man. Lord willing, we continue to endure to the end. We're gonna start seeing more and more amazing things happen in your personal life, man. More and more spiritual things are gonna happen in your personal life, and you're gonna realize that the Most High been with you the whole time, and He just gonna turn up the notch on you. Now spiritual shit is gonna start moving your way and moving out your way, man. As we get closer to the end, that's the only way. By the time you get to the end, you're gonna be laughing at calamity. You're gonna be in the cut like, I got my ticket to the game. Obviously, you don't got yours,
Right.
because you on the other side of judgment.
Right.
That's gonna be that excitement, man. That's what we being built up for now, man.
Shuckle in my pistachio.
Right.
Yeah.
Should've listened.
I told you.
Right. Laughing at calamity.
Yeah.
In order for that to happen, you got to be built up in the faith, and that's what's happening to us. So embrace it, man. Embrace it, man. Because hey, this is the Lord willing. We endure to the end. But either way, this is gonna be the last time we got to see our nation like this. This is gonna be the last time we got to see the earth like this. This is gonna be the last time we got to be under wicked rulership. This is gonna be the last time the heathen just running around free like this, man.
If I can say this, hey, today a porch monkey, tomorrow a king.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, matter of fact,
facts, B.
hey, y'all holding on to any precepts?
Yeah.
Get your X on the nail in the coffin. Hey, Esau, you done, bro?
Yeah, man.
If you elites watching this, it's over. You should put the chains on, but we know you won't.
Right.
But that's all good. We gonna see you later.
They're proud of their heart. Had to see them, man.
Different time, different circumstances. We'll see you Edomites later, man.
They ain't gonna do it.
Hey, I got
How
one.
about you now, shout?
Revelations 2:26.
Yeah.
And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations.
How that supposed to be equal? That don't make no sense.
Hey, ain't no equal in that. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron.
Because people forget that the Lord is a Lord of armies, man.
Right.
Ain't no, ain't none of that, man. Ain't none of that, man.
He said, what if I'm saved already, y'all?
Hey, you will receive power over the nations because the Lord is a man of war, man. The Lord is about power. The Lord is all about power and judgment and righteousness. And judgment, man.
I'm already saying.
And he shall rule them with a rod of iron. As a vessel of a potter shall they be broken in shivers, even as I received of my Father.
Matter of fact, it's a scripture on the comment board. Yahar's Judah Israel, Luke 6:25. Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep.
Hey, cause I'm hungry as hell, boy.
Beautiful,
I'm hungry.
man. And we hungry for it, man.
We starving.
We starving
Time
for
to
it, man.
eat.
Real.
We starving for that inheritance, man.
Hey, when that dinner chariot ring, it's gonna be on.
Hey, it's gonna be that Micah 5:8, man, like lions amongst sheep, man.
Hey, when we hear that come up hither, Lord
over
willing,
with, man.
and the Hebrew,
It's over with, man. Being beamed up 30 feet in the air, looking down and noticing people.
right.
I know you.
Yeah, looking down and being like, and already remembering where you know that face from, man. Put yourself there, man.
Yeah.
Put on there for us the elect. Imagine yourself looking at a chariot that's so big you can't even see the end of it, and you just start floating. You looking down and you noticing people that doubt it, but the float continues. Come on, man. We almost there, man. Lord willing, man. Lord willing, we endure to the end, man. We almost there, man. Call on
Missiles
y'all by
coming
Chanel
down.
Shop.
Missiles coming down in real slow motion until the leg get beamed up.
And
Let's
you in the
say
midst of that,
scarcely being
you in the
saved.
midst of that, and your faith so strong, you just watching it happen, but
Yeah,
you
man.
ain't shook like they shook, man.
Right.
You see it, but you perceive it differently, man. It looked different to you because you knew it was coming. And your faith is already there, so you just waiting for the chariot to call you up, man.
That's
Hey, look up, cause your redemption draweth nigh.
Yeah, we almost out of here, man. Through the spirit power, how about Chanel Shop? Continue to stay strong. Continue to have faith, man. Put on there for us the elect.
Done.
Put on there for us the elect. Stop worrying about the ungodly, man. Worry about how you can keep your crown, man.
Tell you.
That's all that matters, man. For such as be like unto thee, man. You got it, Al.
This is Revelation 3 and verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown.
Hey, so with that, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory
To Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash.
Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who are the elders of Yasharallah, and a sincere salutation to all you Aki, who are preaching this word and believing this word in all truth and in sincerity. All right, Shalom, Aki.
Shalom.
Till next time.
Wa abad babal.
Thanks, guys. Hey, man, I might be up. Well, I'm not. I'm moving upstate in about a week.
Oh, for real?
And I can come in.